everyone who's
watching.
watching.
Do you want to announce us to the world?
Give us just a couple minutes, guys. We are about to do the live thing. You can probably hear all of them as well as you can hear me, because unfortunately I don't have them all on silent right meow. So I'm sure you're hearing lots of voices and lots of talking.
Yeah,
that means that
really,
we are about to do the live thing. Okay, bye. See you in a moment. Well, hey, that was quick, wasn't it? Good evening. Welcome, guys. It seems that we have a few viewers already. Let's see if I can see who's here. Hey, Spartan. Hey, Ninja. Hey, another TV viewer. Duchess. Yay. Katsuko and Thicker. No. So glad to see you guys here. Thanks for tuning in again. Let's see. Looks like everybody who's watching right now is over on Twitch. So thank you guys for tuning in on Twitch this evening. Twitch is definitely the place that you want to be. It's going to be the easiest chat method for all of us involved. If you're headed over on Facebook, unfortunately I may not be able to type back to you on the Facebook, but I will do my best to respond as much as possible. Again, I am your host, Molly Mayhem. We're here every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Sometimes a little later because it takes us a few minutes to work out the kinks before we can go live. So here we are. Right next to me, you see we've got the lovely Luna who plays as Nari. Under us, we've got CheekyAngel who plays as Sephi. You've got Winter who plays as Vivian. And you have our GM, Sir Kilted Patrick. We are here to play a lovely evening of Pathfinder2e. We shall begin right meow.
Alright. Last time on Pathfinder. Dun dun dun. So you hook up with a caravan heading to the north. Just a bunch of merchants led by a dwarf named Bort. Things were going pretty good. You're headed north towards the capital when suddenly, within an hour of your next stop, you were attacked by wolves. Thin, mangy creatures, and one that was spewing acid breath. Very nasty little critter. You managed to get rid of them with Thwack's help, who was hiding underneath your cart, because he's so enamored of his mistress. Please, mistress, more fire magic, please.
Yes, good job, Thwack.
He got a little bit acid burned, but he's okay. Someone failed a healing check and thought he was mortally wounded, and so dropped all the healing on him.
Fail the healing check.
How injured are you? Just a little bit. No, you're dying. Got it. So after that, you made it to town, and the cartwright is working on your cart and the other ones in the caravan. Bort was treating you to a nice dinner, and in the middle of dessert, well, first there was the bar fight, which you guys just sat back and watched the locals bash themselves about. Then the sheriff came in and gave everybody a stern talking to, make them behave themselves. And then dessert came out, turnip porridge. Apparently they're really big on turnips here. Bort, who loves the stuff, was gobbling it down, where he basically turned blue, stopped breathing, and died face first into his porridge. Because that's how you always go, face first into your porridge.
He died doing something he loved.
The ruckus that ensued called the sheriff back into the place, and he questioned everyone, but you can tell that this is the limit of his abilities. His job is mostly keeping the peace and settling bar fights, and just kind of making people behave themselves in a civil fashion. Dealing with a murder investigation, way over his head. You've heard about the mayor, but you've yet to meet him. And let's see, it was Nari who went and spied on the memorial ceremony that the caravan of merchants held for him, as well as rifled through Bort's wagon. She stole his ledger book, but unfortunately, her character is not so literate, and therefore, well, I've got the book. Here, somebody read the book. Haven't gotten to that part yet. You did find a vial of poison sitting outside of the stables in the grass. I do not remember if you actually identified what the poison was.
Mm-mm.
Okay. That would take a nature check to do so. The sheriff has... he's reasonably sure that you guys are not involved, but he doesn't think anybody would be involved, so he doesn't know why this is going on. He has accepted your help to find the killer, and because he's keeping the entire caravan in town until the circuit judge will come by in about a month, and so you would really much rather be on your way, and so would the rest of the caravan. Also, just as a recap, this town, while its name is Etrin's Folly, is more locally known as Plaguestone, because it is a failing town. Most everybody who can has already left, and the population was decimated by a plague over 10 years ago. There was only maybe a third as many people left as once was here. So, you are now on the trail of a killer. You have the options of investigating all of the people who were in the tavern when this went on. It's probably going to be your best bet, otherwise wandering around in the dark. I will recap all of the people whom you can question. Or do you have any questions before I do so? No questions?
I was gonna say, maybe would I be able to roll a nature check on that poison, or is it like kind of too little too late at this point?
Oh no, you guys have the vial in hand. So it would be appropriate to do so.
All of us, or just Nari?
Strange bluish liquid that you can only see the dregs of, and it has a floral scent.
What do you mean just me?
Floral
I
bluish
thought you were the
liquid.
one that found the poison.
So I got a 18.
That is sufficient.
Hey, but hey, guess what I got?
What
What do you got?
20?
24! I got
Shit.
unicorn!
This is why we need Sephi. We do shit every
No.
time she's not here.
I got unicorn!
I truly am the good luck charm for the group.
It was
You know,
terrible.
Last time after you had to take off,
Yeah.
everybody was failing at things.
Yeah,
We
dude,
were
guys
trying
guys
to
failing at things.
save the dude because we were just like, oh no, he's
Yeah.
changing colors, and we all kept rolling like 3s and 5s.
It was terrible.
Like,
we don't even. No, we're not even gonna talk about it. We're not even gonna talk about it. We're gonna do great this time.
We're
Look,
like,
I started off the game with a fucking unicorn, alright? We're kicking ass.
Yeah, we're doing so much better already.
us.
Go mascot.
Yeah.
Vivian figured out that it was poison while they were being investigated for the poisoning of this
Yeah.
guy.
So she goes, I think it's
Poison.
poison.
I am absolutely sure this was poison.
This guy got poisoned.
Clearly.
Fucking
So
Taurus.
What is it?
the poison is called violet breath. It is a fairly nasty poison that is quick working, and it causes damage in multiple rounds and causing the airways to swell closed. And it's most notable for causing the skin to turn an odd shade of blue, not just the I can't breathe blue.
Violet, you're turning violet.
That's
So
gonna be
save the part where you die. It's a really cool, like,
Violet.
skin
That's gonna be
dye.
my Dompeer's name.
Yeah.
Suffocate death.
Okay. So you know what was used. You know how it was used because you also were able to smell it in the specific porridge bowl that Bort had been fed.
Yeah, and it was specifically
so
in
what kind
his.
of person would have this poison? Is it like rare? Is it common?
It's uncommon, but not rare.
Have we seen any in this town? Like any plants that would be like made into this later?
We don't. No, there hasn't been any of the ingredients aren't readily visible. So the people who you could be talking to, there are the cook, the serving staff, which would be Trin and Plink, or Filnick, excuse me, Filnick is Trin, Filnick, the cook, Amora, Delma, the owner, checking my list of people. The farmer who was drunk and started the whole damn fight. The really lousy bard who was playing music. Let's see. Conroll is one of the serving staff at the feed mill, the name of the tavern. Let's see. You guys had also mentioned wanting to talk to Sir Lauren Krent, the knight that was present. No, that's most of the notable folks that are available for you to talk to.
Okay.
Maybe starting with like the serving staff might be a good idea, as they would be like the most direct
Connection.
the connection to like the food being served to him.
I
think
agree.
it's Filnick or Sir Lawrence, and I want to question them. But Filnick, nobody knows where he lives because he kind of just disappears, I guess. And Sir Lawrence would probably be hard to get to because he's a noble.
Yeah, but so are you.
Oh yeah.
He's a noble, but from the way he was dressed and so forth, he's broke.
He's a fake noble.
I would go
In
more
name only.
Colin. Yeah, he's got the probably he's got the title, but no coin behind it.
So was he lower than I am status-wise?
You're a woman.
So that's enough.
Good point.
I mean, but
Just
family
like-
name wise,
But my
Well-
daddy.
Your
Yeah.
daddy is definitely way above an individual knight. So,
So Sir Lawrence was a knight?
pardon? Yes.
Sir Lawrence.
Sir Lawrence is
Yeah.
Sir Lawrence is technically a knight.
Your dad owns a whole fucking
To
town.
be Sir makes you is the title for a knight.
I was on my way to pick up my sister when I stopped at a red light and someone ran into
Oh,
me.
I'm
I
sorry.
didn't arrest
That's my
the
laptop.
door, so I did
Yeah?
what I did last time. Called Frank Azar. I called Frank Azar. He was
your laptop's doing Frank
It
Azar.
sounds like Big Hubby.
That's real cool.
Is your goddess reading you a story?
Ah!
Stop running red lights.
Me too.
No.
Did you click on this? That's probably wrong.
Okay, sorry about that.
Okay. So you have the owner, the cook, and the 3 members of the serving staff. Trin, Filnick, and the other guy whose name I have a hard time saying.
Sir Lawrence? Oh, wait a minute.
Conroll.
Conroll? That's why I wrote them down.
So
You can't
going to
read or
start
write it.
out at the
My character can't.
the tavern, which I assume that after after your nights of sneaking around, you just went back to bed and we had talked about you waiting till morning when everybody's getting moving.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I go back to the tavern to conduct some interviews. Also, yeah, because we want to go back because they're keeping him in the cellar, right?
Yes, they've got his body in the cooler part of the cellar so that he won't start to stink as quickly. But they're probably going to have to do a burial or a burial pyre soon because, you know, the body's not going to last a month.
The main reason I ask is because we want to keep an eye on who's going to check on him.
Okay.
The murderer will probably check on him at some point.
I'm
Eh.
saying, I swear I can run up.
It's raining here.
Like, I can.
All right.
Oh,
do you
so the
want-
hurricane missed us and went to you?
apparently it's
Apparently.
got a long way to go.
We're getting another one in 2 days. It's fine.
Yeah. All right. So, do you want to first investigate Bort's books? You've got his large ledger.
Yeah. She brought
Okay.
that to me, and I'm ready. This is the book.
I got a butt.
All right.
Here, hold up. I got a butt.
Give it.
Let's see.
You don't comprehend
Good
the words.
idea.
Let me have it. Now I have it.
So the books are large and filled to the brim with details about his travels and transactions over many years.
Okay, my witch book.
It's going to take about 4 hours, and I'm going to need a decipher writing check, which I don't think that's not an actual skill, is it?
No. Deception, diplomacy.
Will that be a good winter thing since you
Society?
probably went to like proper school and shit?
So I was thinking
I'm
I'd
old.
probably read like a bunch of different
True,
types
you
of
are
writing.
old. Did you go to school?
I don't know.
Eh.
Maybe. When I was young, you know,
You
like
might be
100
old,
years
but
ago.
Did you go to
Yeah, also she's really old, so she's probably seen a bunch of different types of writing. So like I think
So-
either
True.
Go ahead. Go with a perception check for whoever's doing the decipherizing.
can we try both?
We don't know what language at all.
Oh, I got a unicorn! Yeah!
She
He's
probably
written
got
this-
it.
Yeah, I
He's written this in common.
24.
Oh.
All right, that is
And
sufficient.
I speak common.
Everybody speaks common.
Oh,
'cause it's
okay.
common.
I'm like, I got that one. I got Elven common.
You're like,
and
just in
Celestial.
case.
Yeah, hey, I'm good. I got a
speak.
unicorn.
I speak.
All right.
I read, think, all the above.
If it's gonna take 4 hours. Okay. No.
It's just me and her doing this right now. She gave me the book. I'm gonna do the thing.
Yeah.
I'm alone.
Yeah.
Here for morals.
I mean, are you
Oh.
okay with setting
You
it
can
up
go
for
with
4
that.
hours though? Because I could sit there for 4 hours if you don't want to.
I got this.
Um,
I rolled a unicorn.
got it.
Okay.
So, reading through this, you managed to find out that Bort has been visiting Etrin's Folly for at least the last, for a number of years. But the last 22 visits that he has entries marking it over the past decade, let's see, 5 years ago, it starts showing that he make deliveries labeled reagents. Now, this is a term often used by apothecaries and alchemists to talk about, you know, ingredients for medicines and things like that. To someone that is only identified by the letter H. They didn't put a full name in there, just H, which is mildly odd. And he's been receiving a rather large amount of gold in exchange, so he's doing pretty good on this. The deliveries are numbered 1 through 14, which was entered just yesterday during the day once you guys got into town. So you got to town before sundown. He went to handle some business, and apparently he made his delivery and wrote wrote it in his ledger that night.
Interesting. You'd be a drug dealer.
Something like that. Other than that, it just kind of talks about his various travels through the land, and it's mostly boring. So, but this is the only thing that seems relevant to where you are right now.
Okay.
All right. So, at the inn, the first person you're going to run across will be the owner, Delma. What do you want to say to her?
Hi, how are you? I was wondering if you had any medics in town or any apothecaries or somebody we could go to if one of us falls sick.
Honestly, no.
No?
Best I've got is a little stock of potions and things here that I buy from merchants. And the farmers, they know a little bit about medicine because, well, you know, you get hurt out on a farm, you need somebody to tend the wound. But anybody with those kind of skills left town long ago. We have to buy what we can from the merchants.
Gotcha. Okay. Who's all working today?
There's almost nobody here because of what happened last night.
Gotcha, makes sense.
Let's see.
Am I with them or am I still deciphering?
No, you guys will stay all together. It makes it slightly easier.
Okay.
Excellent.
I figured the 4 hours was gonna mean like somebody had to sit out while we were doing investigating. The 4 hours.
Yeah, assuming we already know about H, I might ask her if she is ever like.
We don't know
Heard
about
of- We don't know about H yet? Okay.
We don't know who she is. We
What was I
know. Yeah.
So
Let's
do
talk
we
about it.
does Steffi know that H has a relationship to our victim?
You guys are all together, so you all have
Okay,
the
so yes. So at that point I would ask Telma if she is like if he's ever brought around a friend whose first initial starts with an H or like
You can speak.
I mean yes, 'cause this is definitely the longest sentence like ever. But something to that effect. If there would be a person that she'd know that he has ever traveled with that would maybe use that moniker.
She doesn't know offhand.
Word.
Do you mind if I take a look at the potions you have in your sock?
Feel free. She points to a small chest that's underneath the a small chest that's underneath the bar. She does say, "I know exactly what's in there, so if anything isn't in there, I'll have to charge you for it."
Understood.
Somebody had asked who's working today. The cook is not. Delma tells you that the cook said that the kitchens ought to be closed immediately until the sheriff gives them the all clear, and they can scrub the place down head to toe, because she's not okay with the idea of somebody getting poisoned, and her reputation for her cooking being impinged upon.
All right. Has anybody cooked today? Sorry. What's the cook's name?
The cook's name was Amora.
Mora. Okay.
And if you ask where she lives out past the old orchard.
All right. What do I find in the potion stock?
She's got a couple of all of her potions and so forth are labeled. She has just a couple of magic potions that actually cure light wounds. So this would stop somebody from dying in immediate. couple of antidote potions used for poisons and so forth, but unfortunately nobody jumped on that fast enough. Other things are, mild remedies for burns, the standard kind of stuff you would expect in a first aid kit.
Gotcha. So there's no other like poisons or no other potions that cause harmful effects. It's all healing.
Correct.
Okay.
Does Delma
that's a small-
typically
yeah.
purchase these types of things from Bort or from a different merchant?
Say that again?
Does Delma typically purchase her potions that she uses from Bort or from someone else?
She says both.
Both. Okay.
So she's, depending upon what Bort has had available, and what she's got in need of at the moment, she'll buy it from him, or there's only a couple of other merchants that come this way. It's not a well-traveled road.
So we don't have a lot of competition.
No. Let's see. Who else was still, See, there's asking her about Trin, the serving lady, girl, whatever we want to call her. She only works 4 nights a week, and she's not scheduled to come back to work in the next couple of days.
What about Philnick?
Philnick, he hasn't shown up yet this morning, but not a big surprise given the fight and all that's going on.
Is he scheduled today?
He's there most every day. It's probably the only way that he knows to get food in the first place.
Has anybody stopped here today earlier before we came?
No, it's been really quiet. I think with the death, everybody's kind of backing away.
So no staff has been here either.
Right.
We find the potion bottle. It was right outside the caravan, wasn't it?
Trin,
It was
Philnick.
behind the
Who
horse
else has keys to the building?
and the horse stable across.
The place isn't kept locked. She's got a deadbolt on the front door, and there's always somebody inside.
Okay.
Who runs the horse stable or might have horses there?
That's Edra. You met Edra when you guys first arrived. They were clearly, let's see. And she actually lives at the tavern. So if you go out to the stables, you can probably find them tending the horses.
Who was here overnight?
The caravan people were out actually carousing and having a good time out by their wagons overnight. You guys are the only ones actually keeping a room at the moment.
I mean, staff-wise, who was keeping track of the tavern overnight?
That's just Edra and Delma. They're the only ones that live there. Everybody else headed home after the fiasco.
I feel like maybe we should try speaking with Edra.
Mm-hmm.
Being that we found the potion bottle around the horse stables, if I remember correctly.
Just in the yard outside of it, outside the stables.
So if
That would be a good
she
idea.
manages that, she was there. She went back there to check on the horses before she went to bed that night. Something or other,
Yep.
maybe that's how it ended up there. So I feel like maybe we should talk to her.
Also, remember, everyone was sent out of the tavern when the sheriff went to do his investigation and sent to the stables. So everybody was there after the murder.
Gotcha. Okay.
Edra's pretty easy to find. She's outside taking care of the horses and making sure the stables are in good condition. So, you walk out to the stables, there she is.
Good idea. I think we ought.
I'm not good at investigating. I'm more of that direct person that's just like, did you do this? So I don't know if I'm the best at asking the questions.
No, I didn't do it. That's exactly what a murderer would say.
Exactly,
Cut
yes.
that talk.
I'm trying to figure out the proper questions to ask right now.
Well, probably a good way would just be, what do you remember?
Yeah.
It's a really good place to start.
Okay.
You know, I don't know if
Remember
anybody
anything
here has
from
been ever
yesterday?
interrogated by the police, but we've all watched police shows.
Not me.
What do they start with? Tell me your story. How did this happen? What did you see? Ooh, that sounds like a lie. And go from there.
That's like that one card that we have in Cards Against Humanity that's like, sir, I found you naked on the side of the road. What do you remember last night?
Excellent.
Okay.
I love it. But you know, I just ask her, I'd say me, somebody else, but just like what she remembers
Okay?
Yeah.
about last night.
Well,
Excuse
Edra
me,
wasn't
Miss
even
Edra.
inside the tavern last night. With the horses from the caravan coming in, she had plenty of work in the stables.
Okay.
Did anyone
Okay.
weird come into the stable last night, or
Everyone.
she
Well, he said
recognized
everyone did.
anyone? Just she did recognize but acting shady.
Did
well,
the horses act weird
she'll
towards
tell
anyone?
let her tell you. Let her answer your first question. What did you remember? So she was in the stables, tending the horses. When the fight broke out, she saw Philnick flee right away, and then she saw Trin, the serving girl, also leave. She had a big bruise on the side of her face, some kind of injury. And she was nowhere near the food when she didn't go inside. She was just outside with the horses, but she does remember seeing both of them leave.
Did any of them drop anything, or did any of them seem like they're in any sort of particular hurry, or just seem nervous or anything?
Both of them actually were in a hurry.
Okay.
But during the fight, Trin had apparently an injury to her face, and from what you saw of Philnick, he's kind of a coward. He is not the brave and bold goblin that is Thwack. No, he is.
Can't have all goblins be as good as Thwack.
Truly one of a kind.
So really, that's all. And there's also just a little myth about the sheriff sending everybody from the barn or from the tavern into the stables, spooking the horses that were already kind of agitated after the wolf attack. So she's not pleased at having everybody tromping through her stables.
Of course. Could we be a little extra kind to her and ask if there's anything she would like us to assist in keeping the horses calm?
Actually, after that fight with the those mangy wolves, a lot of the horses have picked up some really nasty fleas,
Okay.
and she needs a whole lot more rosemary to help basically brew up a poultice that she can rub them down with to get the fleas to go away. So she'd really like to get a whole lot more of the rosemary, and asked if you'd be willing to, would you go fetch some rosemary from the forest for me?
Yes.
Certainly. Where's Thwack?
Where's Thwack?
He's the heck out of town, I assume.
Thwack is by your side.
Of
He
course
hasn't
is.
left because he feels that it's his job to be your bodyguard and protect you.
He's so sweet.
When you're sleeping, he's
poor
there.
Thwack.
When you're awake, he's
And
there.
Vivian, he's also started taking a real liking to you after the healing magic.
Yeah.
I've got fire magic and healing.
He's glad to
You got
Yeah,
a
good
sexy
place to be.
magician and a
sexy nurse. There we go.
Ow. So,
Excellent.
Thwack has enough knowledge that he could achieve such rosemary to assist us.
Yes, he's got pretty significant nature and outdoor skills.
Okay.
Given where his clan lived, this is finding a bush of rosemary is not a big deal for him.
Okay. Oh, Thwack, we'd love to get back on the road soon, but we definitely want to make our horses feel a little bit better. Could you just help us by achieving the task of getting that rosemary for these horses to get rid of those fleas?
How much do you need? Oh,
As much as possible.
Miss Edna, how much do we need?
how much do you need?
Yeah, Miss Edna, how much do we need?
Let's see. Almost an entire bushel barrel. So this is a lot. And while the bushel barrel is a little big, this is still something Thwack can handle.
Fabulous. Well, we just need a bushel barrel full. I know how strong you are, and I'm sure you can handle it.
Yeah, I can do that. You can tell that he's a little bit hesitant because he'd much rather stay with you, and it generally doesn't involve stabbing anyone.
You know, but if you find any yummy dinner for us on your search, don't hesitate to snag that out there while you're out there too, yeah, you know? Wisconsin.
Don't you know?
Don't you know?
Excellent.
Just be cheap.
Pick up your most favorite
So you're going to
little
send
critter.
Thwack off by himself to get the rosemary?
And dinner, if he stumbles
Yeah.
across it.
And you know, stab whatever little creature he wants to eat later. And I'll cook it for him.
Yeah, and I'm sure since you're saving us all this time, we can have a little campfire when you get back.
A celebratory campfire.
Good. Thwack likes fire. So Thwack will go wandering off into the forest in the general direction of where he's been told that the rosemary is. All right. In terms of the staff, you've got the cook who is off at their house, and the cook who is at their house, and Trim the serving girl, and Connell the other help at the inn.
I would say Trin, since she did get like injured, she might have a unique perspective on the fight and everything that went down.
I agree.
Okay. So Trin's, you know that Trin lives out on one of the small turnip farms to the south of the village. She lives there with her brother, and between the money she makes working at the inn and the turnip farm, they've managed to squeak by. Let's see. All right, so the farm has definitely seen better days. It's in a bit of disrepair. Everybody make a perception check.
12.
Six.
15.
13.
You hear a noise, and coming around the side of the building is a man. He's running.
Oh, yikes.
What does he look like?
Getting that exercise.
He looks like a farmer. Dirt on his pants. Some rough shoes. No weapons.
Yes.
He does have a a hoe in his hand.
Like a human or a troll?
He's got Tatiana there.
Got it.
Good one.
As he runs by, if we're close enough, I might like brush his leg and cast sigil. I just feel like
No,
it might be useful.
He's more coming around the house as opposed to towards you.
Gotcha.
Um,
Running from something?
But from the looks of him, he's running from something.
There you
This is your moment to
Good point.
prepare.
Yep. So I'm like, do I have my spells?
Excuse
get my
me,
list
sir.
ready.
What are you running
go.
from?
We're like, what are you running from?
Yep, I'm ready to my spells.
Stop!
Yeah, I'm gonna get my whip ready.
Say there, friend.
Do I want to use Tanglefoot and trip his ass? Just kidding. Not really. Not really.
You can trip whatever's coming.
The man yells, "Boar!" and dives into the house, slamming the door.
It's a piggy.
I'll eat that.
Oh, where's the dog?
About this point, the boar comes barreling around the house, obviously chasing the man. It hasn't particularly paid attention to you yet, but it's probably going to be moments. Roll for initiative.
Hey.
So roll your perception.
Is he bigger than Steffi?
Probably.
I got a 17.
Most wild boars are.
They're pretty big.
No.
Vivian had a 17.
Yep.
That-
23.
Steffi?
I want to go first.
Just add it to perception. Sorry, my range
Yep.
scraps. But
20 plus your perception.
so that would be a 19.
I need
Okay.
a better surface to roll on.
Tatiana.
20.
And Nari.
23. I don't want to go first.
And the boar gets
I'm saying you can trip on Vivian can trap.
Depends on how far
Okay.
away he is.
so Nari.
Yeah.
You get to go first.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
The boar is coming around. He hasn't quite spotted you guys, and you are at about 20 feet away from the boar.
Close. Close.
It's highly probable that when it's the boar's turn, that he's going to turn away from the door that the man dived into, and is going to come at you instead.
Yeah. I don't know. I'll probably just
I
move
mean, you
a
could
little
sneak.
bit. Yeah, I'll just probably just move a little bit further out for now to see what can happen.
You're going to stealth.
Yep.
All right, roll me a stealth check.
Let's see. Fuck. Oh my god.
Stop.
I got a 6.
And you trip over a turnip.
Yes! What am I better for than the tripping
Hello.
over shit?
Jeez, this is not happening.
You stumble, but you stay upright on your feet,
Yo.
which makes enough noise that the boar turns and is now faced directly at you, and it's his turn.
Fuck.
Damn it!
Well, he's probably faced at me, not you guys, because I was moving away.
We're all together.
No, I moved away from you guys.
All right, as he is running, he is going to charge you. Let's see, which one of you does he think Which one is he going to charge?
The elf, because it's more noticeable.
All right. What kind of formation are you guys walking in? Just a line left to right as you're walking up the road?
I would assume so, but she said that she wanted to kind of move away from us.
Yeah, it didn't work. I just tried though.
Well,
So she might be like a couple feet, towards the house, away from the house?
Way away.
She's a couple feet away from the house while we're kind of, I guess, on the path closer to the house.
okay.
Isn't it a triangle formation?
We'd probably just be walking in a line. We weren't anticipating this.
Yeah.
So, who's at the head of the line?
But wait, like a straightforward? I thought side to side line.
Okay, who's to the left?
I meant a strategic line. I'll get to the left again. It worked real well the first time, so.
Okay. Well, Sephi, you're the one that the boar charges.
Fantastic.
No.
Can I roll the dodge? Roll out of the way. To fly out of the way, to turn into leaves and whisk on the wind out of the way of this angry boar.
No, it's more of a.
My chair did not scoop. Hold that for a moment.
They're charging at you, and so it's going to be against your armor, your AC, using your, all of your defense.
Thank you.
So. What is your AC?
15.
All right. You actually managed to dodge the boar's charge.
So just for the bit, the flavor piece. To dodge, I turn it, blow into separate little leafy chunkies. So from the top to the bottom, just whoosh right over and manage me miss. Just for flavor.
All right.
It has it for flavor purposes.
Yes.
But it also, because it's charging and it missed, it now goes right between you and the person next to you. And it continues on for 10 feet. By doing so, you are attacked and you manage to dodge their blow. Whoever's to the side of you who's not being attacked actually has an attack of opportunity to do a direct physical attack. Who is standing next to you?
Me?
All right, Vivian.
Who wants to volunteer?
All right, Vivian,
Taking a while
you
with
had
this
pulled
thing.
out your whip and had it in hand.
Mm-hmm.
So you can make an attack against the boar.
Okay, I'm gonna go to trip him.
Okay? So you're aiming for its feet.
Yes. $13.
No, that is not enough to catch him.
Shit.
Okay. Well, I tried.
The whip cracks and hits the dirt right as he moves past. All right, next is... It is now, no, it is Tatiana's turn.
I'd like to cast Tanglefoot.
Hey.
Excellent choice, excellent choice. All right, roll your spell attack.
D20 plus.
Yes.
Come on, give me a fucking unicorn. God damn it. 12.
12. Let's see.
I told you I need a better space to roll because it hits this.
A little cup or a plate could work well.
Okay.
Um,
No, not that plate. That plate has barbecue sauce on it.
Do you want me to get a cup and like shake?
I'll roll in the barbecue sauce. What did you get? I can't tell.
Hold on, let me lick it off.
Get you a little cup so you can shake it.
All right.
It's alright. I usually shake it in my hand. It's just like bouncing off of this. It'll be
All right.
okay.
The spell does not hit him. It misses. All right. Next is Sephi. It is your turn.
Excellent. So, where's the boar now in proximity to me? Is it
10
ran
feet,
back past?
10 feet past you, straight away from the house.
Okay. So, let's see.
And at the end of its move, it was clearly turning around to get ready to make make another charge.
I'm just gonna give it a little itty bitty zap with my electric arc. Just see if I can kind of maybe get it to stop in its tracks a bit. And then I got a 20.
You hit.
Sweet.
How much damage do you do to the
1d4 plus 4. So, 7.
1d4 plus 4.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. Let's see. Sephi. And Vivian.
Yes.
It is your turn to attack.
Alright, I am going to cast Guidance on Nari.
Okay. And how many actions is that? Is that just one?
Yeah, so I'm going to cast Guidance on Nari, and then
Do you don't have a god, do you?
I'm going to cast
Okay. Do you want me to get you some water?
Guidance again on, or actually I'm going to cast Divine Lance on the board.
Okay. Roll your spell attack.
Where's the Duchess?
She just comes up and picks
If you're telling jokes to us,
I was like, yeah, we need a dog, yeah.
No.
okay.
I got a 19 to hit. Or,
Yes.
sorry, 19 plus to hit.
The 19 alone was enough to hit.
Alright, perfect. Okay. And then for damage is 5.
Okay. His bacon is a little sizzled. All right, Nari, it is now your turn.
My turn. Okay. So where is everything now?
So, you are approximately 20 feet away from everybody else to the left. The party is now standing pretty much in a line, facing off against the boar. And the boar is only 10 feet away. It's clear that he's not going to be able to get up enough head of steam to do a real charge to attack.
Okay.
But unless he turns and heads straight towards you, more likely he's just going to, trot up and try and ram people with his tusks.
Yeah. Ooh, okay. Let's see. I could try doing quick behind or to the side movement if he's kind of walking around. Or is where's his attention right now?
He's from the looks of it, he's going to turn around and charge back at the main group of people. Can't tell who he's focused on, but while you were not particularly stealthy, you're small and not his biggest focus. You haven't hurt him. The others have all given him some pain.
Okay, so I could, if I roll good, have the good idea to would I have to move behind him or anything to do a sneak? Or
Yes.
or
You would need to stealthily move around behind him. That would probably take 2 actions.
Okay. Even with his attention not really focused?
Basically, that's what the stealth check is, to make sure that he doesn't suddenly start paying attention to you. He is a wild animal. His enemies would be wolves, so pack tactics are something that he would think that he would be ready to fight against.
Okay.
So roll a stealth check and see if he notices you as you're coming around behind him.
I got a 16.
15?
16.
16? No, he's actually very focused on the group in front of him.
Okay.
So he does not pay attention. You are now pretty much right behind him, and you have one action left. What do you do?
I can try hitting him with my thing. I can never know how to pronounce that right. Rapier. Rapier?
Stab him in the butt with your rapier.
Yeah. Rapier.
Yeah.
That sounds French.
I mean, it's
Roll
French,
your
I
attack.
think.
You will get a bonus because he doesn't know you're here.
Sweet. Oh, and I also have the thingy from
The guidance from
Yep.
Vivian.
Yep, so add a +1 to that.
Okay. Okay, I got 4.
Oh, what?
4.
A grand total of 4 for your attack roll?
Well, yeah, because my attack is like when I roll this, it's with a D6.
A d20?
No, mine's with a D6.
Oh.
That's your damage. You have to roll the attack first.
Oopsies.
Gotta make sure it hits first.
Yeah, oopsies. Yeah, no, not that at all.
Oh man.
Okay.
So
I
is
got
it
8.
that plus the armor looking thing in the middle? The
Yeah, it's supposed to be an axe.
axe. That's what it is.
Okay.
So it's 4
So
plus
the
whatever you
d20
roll.
plus the axe plus the extra 1.
22. 22.
22? You skewer this guy pretty good.
Yay.
So go ahead and roll your 2 d6s. 1 d6 for the rapier and 1 for the extra damage you get because you snuck up on him.
Okay.
Your surprise attack.
5 plus 4. I got 9 total.
Total of 9 points of damage?
Yep.
Yep. Piggy squeals loud and spins around and attacks you. You hurt him very significantly, but he's going to come back and try and get some of it for himself.
Does anybody get an attack of opportunity when he turns around?
Yes, actually you would. So, everybody who is facing off against him gets an opportunity to make an attack because you are within arm's reach.
Everyone just.
I'm gonna go to trip him then. And I got a 20.
All right, you actually managed to wrap your the end of your lash around his ankle, and as he turns to try and gore into Nari, he instead bites it and goes face first into the dust. Sephi, are you present?
Yes, I am present. Sorry, I was getting a small migraine from the wig, so now I am an imaginative third person. But I'm here.
Okay. You have an attack of opportunity against the boar's backside.
Yes. So as long as I can do this like movement wise, I might pull out my sling and shoot a little rock into him or whatever.
Attack him with a sling? Yes, you
Yeah.
have
No,
you've only got one action.
But the one, okay.
So you can't draw a weapon and attack.
So I might not do anything then, because I don't think I have anything useful that would be a single action.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, Tatiana, your turn.
I mean, if it's only one action, I guess that kind of fucks me, because no, I could do elemental toss.
Yep,
That's the only one that I have that does one action, so I need to roll the 20.
correct.
He just.
And then you get to add your spell attack.
13.
The little chunk of fire goes whizzing past.
It be like that sometimes.
Yep. All right. But because Vivian tripped him, he now can't complete his action, which was intended to gore Nari. But
Hey,
does take the rest of his turn to stand up.
Yas, queen.
All right. Next up is Tatiana again. You have your full 3 actions.
All right. I am how many feet away from this pig boar?
You are right behind. You're right behind him.
Okay. So I pull my sickle out
Mm-hmm.
to chop his head off. That's my goal.
Yay!
Or stab him in the butthole.
It's probably going to be more butthole.
Okay.
Whatever aims
Deal.
better. Whatever works.
Right. Chop his leg off. I'm gonna chop his leg off.
Real quick, is there anything different about this boar?
Nothing that specifically stands out.
Okay. No acid breath yet?
Yeah, I know.
No acid breath, no green drool, no glowing eyes. It's probably
Valid.
just a boar.
Valid question, though.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, after that fucking acid mouth wolf.
No.
Okay, so I add my D20 roll with the axe number, so 18.
Yes. And that is enough to hit him. Do your damage.
Yay!
1d4. This is the 4 one, I believe. No, that's not. That's
No,
an 8
it's
one.
not.
I derped. It's fine.
1d4.
4!
You got
I got a 4!
You get 4. Okay.
Woo!
Is that
This
What's
boar
that
is
thing?
really hurting. He's bad off.
Did I chop his leg off? I was going for the leg. I was trying to chop his leg off.
You put a really serious gash down his ham, and so he's going to be limping at very best. But he's still got some serious attitude going. This guy just does not know when to quit.
Yeah, sounds like that.
All right, Sephi, your turn.
Excellent. So he's running away from us, still about like 10 feet-ish away.
No, you guys, with the moving of positions, you guys are pretty much circling him.
Okay. So.
And at the moment, he's
if we're
facing towards
pretty
Nari.
much-
But what was that?
Yeah, I'm like, we're pretty much circling him. I'm gonna do electric arc again.
Okay.
This seems, I
Is
think.
this a ranged cone weapon?
Let me look at this like specific spell thing
Okay.
on my phone here real quick, just to make
arc?
100% sure.
No.
I don't think so, because
It's
it only.
30. If it's the same one, I have the fire
Yeah.
arc or electric arc. It's 30 feet range.
Yeah, it only jumps from one target to another.
one
and
or
only can
two
do one or two
targets.
creatures. Yeah.
Okay. So it's not.
No, it's
it's
just
not
not.
like
It's not a
it's not a
cone.
spray.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was kind of curious too for a minute there. So. Yeah. Okay. Oh. I got a 13.
13 is not quite enough to hit him, even though he's injured and limping.
Zaps the ground, but doesn't quite hit the feet.
Yep. But you didn't manage to get any of your friends, so it's a good day.
Yeah, so still victory, technically. And I use my last action to pull out my sling and have it on my person.
Okay.
So,
So it was the arc a 2-action act.
yes.
Okay.
Yee.
Okay.
Okay, good.
And then next is, let's see, that was Sephi. And then Vivian, your shot.
How badly hurt does the boar look?
Death's doorstep.
Okay. Is it the boar's turn after mine?
No. It'll go back to the top of the initiative and it would be Nari's.
Did I kill him?
Do it.
Okay,
Kill him
I
with
kind
what?
of feel bad because it's an animal. I don't know why it's freaking out.
No, we're gonna eat him for dinner.
Boars are
Finish
assholes.
him.
They're very
Yay.
aggressive things.
Okay.
And
All
they're-
valid points.
And they are omnivores, so you startle one, it's like a badger. They just get pissed because they exist.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Divine Lance again.
Okay?
I got a 21 to hit
Okay?
and 5 damage.
Ooh.
You strike him, he shudders and falls over dead.
Da-da-da, victory! I know you're so unhappy about your victory. It's loud.
The sacrifice was to you, Callistria.
Nah. Let's do Calistria.
Ahem.
Every time you say that,
Duchess.
you know that she might be paying attention.
Wait, is she still in the chat?
She should be. She should be.
I...
No, where is she? She left us. Duchess!
The dice say that she was not paying attention in particular.
She wasn't!
the
She
chat.
left us!
Oh.
She was in the chat at the beginning of the stream. She's not in the chat anymore. No!
Pretty
The
funny.
dice were correct.
Yes.
Okay.
The dice know.
Alright. You came out of the fight and you actually managed to do so uninjured. Yay.
Woo!
Yay!
Shit, I'm touching the chair again. Hold on.
Okay, just making notes. The guy that was getting chased, apparently once the fight was started, once you guys started fighting the boar, was watching from behind the door, and he comes out from behind with the person you recognize, who is Trin, the server from the inn. So you've got the right place. And they thank you very profusely for saving him from the boar. It had trotted out of the forest while he was working in the fields, and he barely managed to make it back to the house. If you hadn't been there, they would have had to just hide out in the house until the thing calmed down and wandered off. If he had managed to make it into the house at all.
Lucky for us.
You're welcome.
Being simple farmer folk, this pig is dinner.
Yay!
That's actually having the meat from the pig is going to, kind of really help out. A big boar like that, they'll be eating ham steaks for weeks.
Sweet.
So they offer you to come inside. If you'd like to stay for dinner, they'll be more than happy to cook you up some stew, but it's going to take a while for Marnie, Trin's brother, to dress and butcher up the hog.
Good turn, fish.
But Trin does offer you some tea if you would like to come in and sit down.
Tea would be good. I would think.
All right.
I smell the tea and see if it has any weird poison sense to it.
But is it poison?
Let's see.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna roll a survival check on that one as well to see if
Yeah, we don't trust
he has
him.
visible signs of poison.
Let's go with thievery, nature, or survival would be good too. Whichever one is your strongest skill.
Okay, I have any of those.
So mine would be a 15.
Okay.
Oh, wait, my thing almost fell down.
I got a 14.
Okay.
11.
And Nari.
24.
Yay!
So to the rest of you, it just smells like tea. But Nari, having been around more shady folk, is sure that it's just tea.
Yes!
Hey.
Yes!
Excellent.
Have some tea. Consensual.
So Trin invites you to sit down, have tea, and she's very genial and very friendly. And again, thanks you for thanks you for saving her brother from the boar.
board. I actually sip my tea very gentilly and relaxedly, almost in like a meditative state.
It's like a little sauna for
Me
you.
and my little teacup probably sitting on my lap, depending on how big the teacup is in comparison to me.
I could see you using it as like a little sauna thing, just like
See, I probably could actually drink tea because it's leaf water versus alcohol, which is not even remotely natural.
Yes, it probably would be perfectly good for you.
Yeah, so I'm like, I sip it like contemplatively and slowly.
The thing is, you don't have a digestive tract.
The chair gets slowly wetter, but it's so gradual that probably no one will notice.
You put it to your mouth,
Falling into the wood.
and the water runs inside of you, and it just kind of runs all over the sticks.
And so, yeah, let's say some of it absorbs, most of it ends up in the wood of the chair, you know.
Turn the camera. Turn the camera.
It'd be like that
So we can
sometimes.
see your face.
All right.
So next time I cast summon animal, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna call my dog over here to sit in the chair.
Yes! Excellent.
Summon animal.
What a cutie.
Ta-da!
it's a wolf.
I don't know. I just thought it was.
Yo.
I thought it was some make it funny. I made it funny. That's that.
All right.
Cute.
So she'll ask. So she'll politely ask, "What brings you out this way?"
You.
Well, we just wanted to get a recollection on your memories of the evening last night.
So she'll tell you that, well, it was mostly normal evening until till that idiot, what's his name?
Barb.
Elam. Till that Elam started another bar fight. We've been having a lot of trouble with him lately. Guy drinks way too much. But, I mean, it's just a bar fight.
How did Alien start the bar fight again?
He moved the other server, Connell, bumped into him, causing him to spill his ale. And then he takes a swing at Connell. Connell dodges. Bar fight ensues.
What was Connell serving?
What was that?
What was Connell holding when he was bumped into?
Tray of food, drinks.
Do you remember what type of food?
Was it dessert?
Was it turnip dessert stuff?
Turn up a la mode.
No, dessert wasn't being served at that point. They were still in at the high table was still in the middle of the meal.
Okay. Who was cooking while the bar fight was going on?
Oh, all the cooking gets done by Alma.
And
Oh, the Alma.
what was Philnick doing during this time? So he left right kind of when the bar
Philnick?
fight started, but was he handling any other food?
As soon as the bar fight started, she left right after Philnick did. But that's not surprising. Anytime there's an altercation in the tavern, he gets the hell out of Dodge because, as she puts it, he has a tendency to, get hit with thrown objects, or when people are feeling particularly nasty, they'll pick him up and throw him.
Oof. Because he's goblin, yeah.
Yep.
What have people been saying about the merchant that we were traveling with? Just before this trip, just in general, what were people's thoughts about him?
He's well liked.
Does he have any enemies here?
No.
Huh.
Has something happened?
Oh, you were.
I might ask if she also knows anything about H, potentially.
Eventually.
I don't know what that is.
Any sort of thing about somebody that they might have.
Okay, baby.
And if not, then probably we should explain for if it happened if we're all in agreement on that.
I think we should ask her more questions before explaining what happened. I'm sure she's not put on edge because of it.
She's looking a little concerned because you guys are obviously hedging around something. And you know, having some travelers come out and visit her at the farm isn't normal. So she has asked, has something happened? How do you respond to that? Or do you respond to that?
Oh, we can pull a
I'm
politician.
gonna look at the others and see where they're at.
I sip my tea, like the meme, minding my own business.
Yeah. I like the idea of kind of like, I'm trying to think of the proper words to use. Well, not anything extravagant by any means. Just something slightly unusual that we're just trying to see if you remember everything that we remember. You know, we're trying to connect the dots. But if she wasn't there, I mean, if she wasn't there, she wasn't the one that put it in there. Because if Finnick and Trim left before dessert, it had to have been the other guy.
Yeah.
So, she, from the way she's behaving, she doesn't look like she knows anything. But do you believe her?
And I roll perception to see if she's lying, and I'll pray to my God, like, please help me detect lies.
You seem to be very
Detect
bad
lies
at
and
getting
find
rid of
vengeance
God's
for
good
those who
side.
have committed murder.
Yes.
Yep.
Hey, you wait, crazy girl. No, you should have stayed in the chair. You were doing great in the chair. You gonna get back up there?
Rolling your dice.
What is the dice then?
Rolling for
Perception.
Yep, roll a perception check to see if you're on
16.
Stay.
16.
Stay. No.
It looks like she's actually confused. She's not giving off any tells of being deceptive.
Sit.
Okay. What do people think about Sir Loris in that town?
It's a very sad story. He's, after the Goblin Wars, he just was never the same. He's very,
Smell good, right?
very kind of fearful.
Alright, and then do you know anybody who constantly or regularly orders like herbs and just plants and stuff like that?
No,
Yeah.
that I know of.
What's your business been with Bort?
I haven't bought anything from him for a long time. Some years back, I brought a nice dress that he had.
No.
But most times, I don't have enough coin to really buy anything.
Alright,
Makes
I
sense
really
to me.
don't think he has any enemies here.
It probably is not her. If one of the servers is involved, she is probably not the one. So I would have to be like, how did she get the cut on her face? If it's still like an all visible.
It is. It's actually a pretty good bruise on the side of her face with a cut in the middle.
Yeah.
Trim, did that bruise happen the night of the firefight?
Yeah, I got hit with a mug, and as soon as that happened, I was out. I went and got the sheriff, and I just went home from there.
Or somebody got hit.
Nice.
That's so unfortunate. Is there anything that we could do to help you with the healing process of that?
No, this'll be all right in a day or so.
Word.
Sure you keep it clean or it'll get infected.
I know.
Do you want to ask about anything else?
I'm done with questions, so it's up to them.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm good. My character, just like before we leave, might kind of waddle up to her and like gently tap her bruise and cast heal.
What does heal do?
Heal at like one action or whatever is definitely does a thing. So at the range of touch, it heals 1d8 hit points.
So that's a pretty big spell.
That's good. I'm running. Touche. Never mind. Maybe I won't do that because I got to get rid of the spell slot. JK. Never mind.
So her injury is probably like a half a hit point.
Oh, okay. That's gonna do. Thank you, but never mind. Never mind that then. That's not worth the spell slot.
Yeah.
Well, she tells you that if you want to come back tomorrow night, we'll be having some roast pig.
Yummy.
We will absolutely be joining you tomorrow night.
All right. Where to next?
Cornel?
You still got Connell and Philnick that you can from the bar staff.
Connell.
I wanna interrogate Philnick still. I'm starting to think he didn't do it, but he probably has a more cynical outlook on life, so we might know who the enemies of Fort are.
Okay.
Or like where the drug dealer is.
Let me make sure that I didn't miss something I was supposed to say.
I feel like I'm gonna eat dog treat crumbs off my fingers while eating pretzels. Because I'm just like in this bag and that bag, this bag, that bag.
Oh, if you taste anything fruity, there you go.
They smell so good though.
It's
So,
like
oh, here you go.
Blueberry muffin.
So, if you ask her about what was going on, she did spend most of the night serving food and drinks with Connell. He was doing the drinks while she was handling the food. Most of her time running back and forth between the kitchen and the tables. She recalls serving all the food at the PC's table, including the turnip porridge, right before the fight began, apparently.
Interesting.
Oh, wait a second.
I made a mistake. It was she did serve the food before the fight began.
So just see what happened to the turnip porridge before the fight.
Yeah. Or like, was there anybody like walking around the kitchen she didn't recognize? Or yeah, kitchen or in between that she like picked out over didn't recognize.
Say that again?
How does Philnick feel about Fort?
Haven't talked to him yet.
Okay.
She doesn't know that Philnick knows him at all.
Okay. Is Philnick new or is she new?
No, both of them have been around for years.
But they've never talked to each other?
So,
Bort's never been a topic of conversation.
Okay.
He
what
does his job. He doesn't talk a lot. Most people don't really like him just because he's a goblin.
Okay.
is Trin human? Or elven? Or...
Human. Most everybody here in town is human.
Yeah.
She's human. Okay. So did we ask her, did you see anybody out of the ordinary before we leave?
No, I mean,
Traditional
there's
staff.
the caravan staff, but they were all either gambling or at the table having dinner, drinking. Nobody came back into the kitchen.
Who was directly dealing with the turnip soup besides you?
Well, Alma
Trin's
cooked
at
it,
the table.
and
Cooked it.
Philnick was dished it up, and I served it.
You serve the dessert?
Okay. Let's go interrogate Philnick.
Well, the thing is, though, there was only one dish that contained the poison.
Yes. And Philnick was the one that dished him up.
But does Trin know the order in which to divvy them out?
Well, Philnick had the giant one.
That's a good thought. That's a good thought.
Bort had the giant bowl because he loved the stuff.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
he's the only one who had the giant bowl.
So
Yep.
she knew that he had the biggest bowl, but so did Finnick.
Yeah. So Trin knew, and then Philnick knew. The cook didn't necessarily know because while she cooked the food, she didn't put them in the dishes. Because if she was the one who put the poison in, then she would have poisoned everybody. And remember how you smelled his dish had the floral scent, but nobody else's dish did?
Correct.
So let's go talk to Philnick, because that's our closest lead. And I honestly think he could be being framed, because he's a goblin and it's natural not to like him. So people might be framing him. But let's go talk to him and see what he knows.
Where are you going to look for him?
We don't know where he's
Hey,
at.
friend, do you know where Philnick comes from or where to find him at all?
Wait, what's Thwack doing?
Remember,
Yeah.
you sent Thwack off
To get
after
the rosemary, right? Has he acquired the rosemary yet, or he is still on the hunt in the forest?
He's still off in the forest at this point.
I kind of feel like I should wander off in the forest after him.
Do you have a spell that'll like make it easier to contact him?
Not that I know of.
No. Communication spells are fairly high level.
Just to juggle some fire off my tits.
I was
You
wondering
can
if
pop out from a bush because there's fire.
Because, I mean, a goblin should be able to find a goblin. In my opinion, that's just kind of like the way my brain's thinking right now.
Alright, let's try to track him ourselves.
Yup.
And then, because I don't want to waste any more time than we need to, so let's try to track him ourselves and then call in Dwack.
Yeah, I'll roll a survival to see if we can. Would that be probably not the case?
So where are you starting from?
I assume,
Oh wait, before we, I'm gonna ask Trin if Philnick had any friends.
Philnick have friends? No.
None? Nobody he talked to on the
Nope.
regular?
He'd occasionally sleep in the barn, but other than that, I think someplace off in the woods.
Should we talk to the stable girl to see if she knows where he would be from?
You can. Gonna head back to the tavern.
yeah, I think that'd be a good idea.
Okay.
See if we can find Philnick.
Yeah, let's talk to Edith first. That's her name, right?
The cook.
No. Close.
Oh, it was Edra.
Edgar.
Edra, yeah.
Okay. Let's talk
Right.
to Edgar first and see if she knows where Philnick might be.
So, you headed back to the tavern, the feed mill as it's called. Headed up the road. When you hear, Mistress!
Found him.
And Thwack comes running out of the tree line towards you.
Oh,
He doesn't-
Thwack!
He does not have the bushel of rosemary.
Back.
Roll perception.
Oh god. I don't like this.
19.
There's something large coming through the bushes behind him.
Oh my god.
Oh man. Why? Come on, buddy.
Should have said the leshy.
All right. You've got an action to prepare. Draw weapons.
I'm gonna pull out my whip.
Okay.
I was still running. I still need to play.
How far away are we?
You've probably got 30 feet to the tree line, but it's fairly heavy bushes.
Can we see what it is?
Not yet. You can hear it, and it's loud.
Can I
Thank
see
you.
what the expression on Black's face is?
Half fearful, half entertained. He's goblin, and he's not quite right in the head.
Okay.
Oh boy, oh boy.
I'll roll with it. I'll just.
My weapons are my hands.
Okay.
Do you need to pull your weapon?
You're up.
All right.
I'll pull my weapon down as well.
Yeah.
Nice thing.
Draw weapons, or you can move off to the side to try and get behind whatever it is.
Yeah, I'll do that.
That is one option that you can do.
I'll
So
do
you
that.
can-
Steffi ain't that smart. She'll just like draw her weapon and be ready.
Nah, I'm gonna instantly
Steffi
be
ain't
like.
that
Nah, I'm gonna
So
do my
you can
normal
move
thing.
25 feet off to the side.
Okay.
Okay.
If someone's like grab me and take me with them if the entire group is going, that's probably good.
I did not understand what you just said.
So I don't think my character would like run that 25 feet, but if someone wants to grab them, if the rest of the group is running that 25 feet, it might be a good call.
Wait, are people running towards it?
No.
Away from it.
Nari is running off to the side to try and flank it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay where I'm at.
I'm
Okay.
staying.
Me and you two, like, all three of us then, babes.
Okay.
We
Okay.
shall stay. While equipping my sling.
Okay. Pull weapons. So now roll initiative.
Ta-da.
What's initiative?
9.
13.
Vivian got 9. Steffi got 13.
Wait, what are we rolling? What number?
Initiative. So perception.
Oh. 15.
And let's see. I did not hear Nari's.
I got an 8.
That's okay. You all beat the bear. He got a 1.
Hey!
Fun.
He's a nat 1.
Yeah.
At 1 on his initiative. He go last.
Dead last.
And because I will even give you guys, he's focused on the on Thwack. The 4 of you get a surprise round because he's only focused on Thwack.
That
A
sounds
surprise
like
round means you get to attack him before he's even aware of you.
Ooh.
Excellent.
What is
What
Thwack?
kind of bear is he? Is he a grizzly or black bear?
Grizzly, he's a biggin.
Vegan. Did he come from the circus? Or is he just...
He looks more like
Or is he like a forest bear?
most likely forest. These are the kinds of critters that live in the area.
Word.
All right, Tatiana, you've got the highest initiative. You get the first round of attack.
How many? Do I have 1, 2, 3 actions? 3?
You've got your full 3 actions.
My full 3 actions. Okay. He's a bear. I want to eat this motherfucker, so I'm gonna go with Tanglefoot first.
Okay.
Try to trap him up. He's within 30 feet, right?
Yes.
Do I do my roll plus my spell attack? It's a cantrip.
Correct.
Jeez.
13.
Not enough to hit him.
Okay. So I have one point left.
Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
Nope, still not enough.
Okay.
He's surprised, so therefore, you get a
Easier to
bonus, but
catch.
still not enough.
Okay, so I will do elemental toss for 17.
17 to hit? Yes, that is enough to hit. Give me damage.
Damage is 1d8. I got a 3.
3 points of damage. Alright. Next up, after Tatiana, is Sephi.
Seeing that her Tanglefoot did not make it, I too am going to try casting Tanglefoot to see if I can incapacitate the creature.
Hi.
And I got an 18.
Your Tanglefoot hits.
Huzzah!
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 So it trips him up. He
Yeah, that's
doesn't
the thing.
fall-
It doesn't do anything, I don't think. Yeah.
It slows him down, and he's no longer chasing Thwack. He's kind of feet are tangled, and therefore not moving well. He could use his strength to rip right through this, but he's no longer at a dead run.
Yep. Not near as speedy. And can I take 1 action to shoot it with my sling?
Yes.
And that is a 12.
12, not enough to hit. The rock goes whizzing over its head.
Ew.
That's all I got.
Okay.
Goes.
After that is Vivian.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Divine Land, or I'm gonna trip him with my whip.
Okay. Bears are very hard to trip.
Okay.
This is obvious, especially now that he's no longer moving at a run.
Oh, he's not going on a run. Is he
Right,
walking?
because
towards it?
the Tanglefoot, basically
Okay.
vines come up and grab hold of him, and
Okay. Does he look angry?
he's angry.
Okay, I just had to clarify. All right, I am going to.
What a happy creature.
I don't want to be mean. So let me look at my spells list because I was gonna trip him and be nice about it, but you know.
There's an angry bear.
What if Thwack went and stole some of her babies?
Oof.
I'd be
I
mad.
I don't think Thwack is capable of that, but I appreciate you.
I will make a point. You guys have never asked Thwack what his skill set is.
Thwack,
This is true.
why is this bear mad at you? Can I say that in my turn?
Yes. Thwack, what did you do?
Yeah. Why is this bear mad at you?
I tripped over it.
You tripped over it.
How the fuck do you trip over a bear?
Okay.
Incredible.
I cast a spell, so this is command. Would I be able to cast it and have it run away? That's what it says in the spell, but I'm just wondering if, like...
In the spell definition, does it list humanoids as a trait?
You shout a command that's hard to ignore. You can command the target to approach you, run away as if it had the fleeing condition, release what it's holding, drop prone or stand in place. It can't delay or take any reactions until it's obeyed your command. The effects depend on the target's will save. It says creature.
So it should work.
Yeah, creature. It doesn't limit it. It does not limit it to
Woman.
humans. Yeah.
Alright, then I am going to cast that and tell it to run away.
What is the DC that it has to try?
16 will save.
Fuck me, it fails.
Ah! Bye, bitch.
Was it a critical failure or regular failure?
Regular failure.
Okay, for the first action on its next turn, the creature must use a single action to do as you command.
Okay.
Okay, nobody piss it off.
Just run the fuck away.
Okay, who's
I mean, you
next?
didn't have to do it anyway.
I mean, I can
Maybe
use
it's murder.
spear when it's my turn.
So, when it comes to experience points, you get experience points not for killing things, but for defeating problems. Getting it to run away again qualifies as solving a problem.
I mean, only downside is we can't eat it.
Okay, whose turn is it?
That's about it.
Eat it.
Let's see. After Vivian is, let's see, Nari.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to.
Attack it.
I don't really want to attack it. Cause I just want it to go away. I don't like. We don't
Can you,
have
like,
time.
scare it?
Like we
Yeah,
don't have.
just
I
scare
don't
it.
have.
Eating
Powers?
and on its next turn, it's
Wooga,
supposed to run
yeah.
away. So as long as you
Exactly.
You can roll an intimidate check.
Oh, I'm good at intimidation.
You just spoopy it.
You
Just
got
give
that?
the wee spoopums.
I got 4. Fucking roll that shit.
Okay.
Roll for intimidation. You, you little tiefling.
So it's already feeling the need to run away.
Yeah.
But it'll only do that for a little bit of turns, and then maybe it'll shake it off and turn around and come back. But maybe if you intimidate it, it might add to it.
14.
I might remain convinced.
Critical fail for the bear. The bear, after having gotten tripped up in the vines, and it gets the feel that it needs to run away, and Nari gets all big and scary, points her horns at it, and it kind of startles.
Bear is sufficiently freaked out.
and runs back into the forest. With its critical failure, it decides the better part of valor is to just leave the fuck alone.
Good job, Vivian, though. That was a very clever idea. I appreciate it.
We all survive. Everybody wins.
Yep, the bear survived. We survived. Black survived, just barely. So, you know, it's all good.
Quack does look uninjured, if a little wounded.
I mean, he was being chased by a bear. His odds weren't very good for just a little amount of time.
I wanted to eat it.
Yeah, I was telling you, can ask like fucking Tatiana. I was just like, because she said, I saw that she had fear. I'm like, well, why don't we scare it? I said, because the faster we get rid of this thing, the faster we can continue. And she's like, but we can eat it that way. I'm like, bitch, I just want to get
And
rid of
what's
it.
the one downside? Is we can't eat
Doesn't
it.
kill the whole boar. So we just kill the whole boar. So we can eat
Whatever,
it.
bro. Whatever,
Even the
bro.
fucking tourist
See,
agrees.
We're all playing a campaign. Tatiana is on a worldwide food tour over here trying to eat all the animals.
I'm fucking hungry, bitch.
I will, from what I've heard, bear meat is not good eating.
Okay, well, whatever. I rolled a fucking 16 for fear on my next turn anyway.
Okay.
Well, that bitch is long
He
gone.
be running away.
He be running.
Be running.
Bye, Felicia.
All right. Thank you, mistress. Bears are big and hard to stab.
How did you trip over
Did you
the
try to
face of
stab
the
it?
hill?
Well, only once.
When? Before or after you tripped over it?
Vivian, asking the real
Well,
questions.
What did he trip over? His
I
fucking
figured
claw?
it was laying right in the middle of the rosemary bushes. And, you know, you said you wanted dinner.
No! Fucking Tatiana! Tatiana!
Bless.
So I stabbed it, and it just pissed it off, and I'm really glad I found you.
Yeah,
You know,
but you are.
I'm really glad you found us too, Flag, and I'm so sorry that bear tried to take your head off, but here we are, and now that we're together, we should finish looking for that rosemary. But, you know, I was thinking there's another goblin that lives out here. Is that normal for you guys to know each other?
Not every goblin knows every goblin, Molly. Oh my god.
No! Shut up! I'm asking questions! Fuck off! He likes my fire.
You're a goblin, so you must know this goblin, right?
Goblin. I have a goblin friend. Do you know him? You guys are all
You have a gay
goblins.
friend, you know them?
I don't know how this works!
Literally what I was going for.
Yep.
It's a valid question, and we still should ask it, but it does make me laugh just a hair. Just a
Listen,
bit.
Seppi, listen. Okay, I asked questions, Seppi, and you listen.
So, you know, never met him before. He looks like a pussy.
Say how you really feel, Flex.
He's skinny, he's shifty. He doesn't look like he's any good. He'd never survive in the wilderness.
Did you find him?
Not only do you know him,
Maybe.
you can sniff him out. Apparently.
Are you guys going to go back and retrieve the bushel of rosemary? Alright.
Can we let the bear cool down first?
Let the bear get as far away as possible.
I mean, Seppi could
Not
do good.
now.
Seppi would be able to get it, wouldn't she?
I'll
Maybe.
drop his head off with my
Be
sickle.
out there alone to get eaten by a bear.
I mean, I'm fast and cute. And
She's a bush.
I'd say
Quiet.
yeah. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Send her out.
yeah, I
He
can
ran
get it.
away. If he comes back, I'll use Sphere and get him to run farther. We got this.
Oh yeah.
We need the rosemary, regardless, to save the horses. And we need Flack to sniff out the other goblin and get us to find out where he is. Because we need this motherfucker. I'm gonna
Alright.
use rope and fucking tie his ass up.
Yeah, I think Nari's idea was a good idea.
Yeah, I can go in and get him, and then like meet you guys back even at like the tavern, or unless like Quack has a pretty good idea of where he'll probably be.
At this point, Thwack, I don't know where he'd be. I'd have to go see if we can track him down or something.
I mean, how do we think that Sephi is going to be better at finding him?
All right.
Yeah, she's
so,
gonna go get the rosemary.
Sephi, Thwack offers to go with you and show you where he dropped the bushel of rosemary.
I mean, I'm down with that, but do you guys need him? Okay, yeah, let's do that. I'll go with Quack.
We
Alright.
don't need them.
You guys heading back to the tavern?
Find the whereabouts of this goblin man.
Yeah.
Well,
All right, Sephi, roll your stealth, because I'm assuming you're intentionally being sneaky.
Yeah, just in case the bear hasn't ran that far that much. It would be an 11.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. What are the chances the bear's actually in your path? The bear is not in your path. Thwack manages to lead you back to the rosemary bushes, and there's the bushel that he dropped. He was in the middle of gathering it, so it's 3/4 of the way full. You take a few minutes and collect some more rosemary and put it in there.
Perfect. So, take like a few minutes and fill up the thing if it's 3/4 full.
Yep.
So I think between that and like my nature skill, it probably wouldn't take too long for the two of us
Right.
to fill it.
And then from here, you're just heading back to the tavern.
Yeah.
meh, meh,
Yeah.
meh, see?
That just makes me
Waluigi.
So as you're heading back to the tavern, you hear something large moving through the bushes.
Fucking fantastic.
Not loud, not fast, but it's large, whatever it is.
A bear.
It very likely would be a bear. If
Motherfucker's
this is
back.
where the bear likes to sleep, and he's decided to, head back after he ran off. So,
Do we need to
What are you
reroll
gonna do?
stealth, or probably try to sneak around him?
And you are
Right.
a bush. Is he gonna know?
Not
Roll.
about it.
roll for your bush skill.
He's a bush skill.
Oh no, I got that one. Bad. Veto. No.
Oh!
Ah!
Oh!
All my leaves.
How do you not
Hey.
know how to turn into a bush?
Basically. Yee. Not go well.
So, let's see. What is the bear's reaction to a bush? Because you're holding completely still.
I am.
Thwack went up a tree.
That's good. At least Black didn't get in that one. I just look like a shrub, like a nice trimmed shrub. I just look like a human shrub, little humanoid shrub.
But the bear is obviously now interested in the shrub.
Shrub internally screams.
So, first thing that happens
Like,
is you get a bear snoot in the midsection.
boop.
The bear is giving you the sniff.
Snip.
I might like lightly giggle, like sweetly giggle, but not like super loud. Like if you got like the Pillsbury Doughboy, but less aggressive.
Oh my god.
I got that one, so I figure I might as well go with it.
Just imagine
Hey.
that, but like covered in grass, and then you have Steffi.
Yeah, so like very not aggressively and not whatever, but I do make like a small noise when it snoots my tummy. Yep.
The bear startles back and just is staring at you more, like still doesn't know what the hell to make of you.
Stands still more aggressively, being like, "Oh fuck, I messed up internally." Just like,
We need to see you, Sephi.
yeah, I know. I'm about to go get my wig back on, but yes, just standing very still.
Alright. The bear returns and starts rooting through your leaves to see if you have berries.
Hey, I try to like so muffledly giggle, but like definitely I'm being tickled. So the more it ruffles, the more I giggle.
They are.
Very not aggressive, just giggling.
The bear now paws at you. It has very large claws. It is not swinging them to attack. And just kind of batting around your branches and so forth. But no, it doesn't hurt you or anything.
Yeah. With that, like, the giggling kind of gets a little bit, like, louder, and I kind of start to smile. And, like, laugh and force spirit mute kind of thing a little bit. I'm like, but just, like, nice, happy, very relaxed, kind of like, oh, this tickles more, but, like, we're having a good time. Right this second.
Well, you don't smell like food.
Astute observation.
And you're not coming across as a threat.
Hey.
You don't have berries. Okay, here comes the very important roll. Does the bear pee on you?
That is the very important roll.
50%. You got 50-50 odds. High or low?
Hi.
The bear gives up and wanders away without peeing on you.
Oh, that's good. Woo! Yay! Excellent!
Celebratory fire tonight.
Yup, I can be going.
On the percentile dice, I rolled a 96.
Woo!
So I let you, if he had peed, he was probably also going to take a squat too.
Ew.
Oh no.
But you
glad-
picked right,
glad
you
you
picked
not,
low.
yeah.
So
That's a boy bear. So no babies.
girl bears pee too.
We
I
squat.
know. So you
No,
said
they don't, Patrick.
Girls don't pee.
Ladies
said
don't
pee.
do that. If she's a lady,
Ladies-
then no.
Ladies don't do that.
Ladies
Oh my
don't do that.
God.
You should know that.
But well, no babies, so you don't really have to worry about babies.
Oh, Vivian sold things. So no babies.
No babies.
No babies.
That makes it so no
Child free
head.
up in here.
Makes me think of the no head vine. So no
All right.
head.
You're far enough away from the rosemary patch, and when the bear wanders off into it, you're pretty much in the clear to head back to town.
And I do just that. So
Okay.
grab Black if possible, kind of get him to come down where he feels safe, and then walk back together.
With the rosemary. Wait, oh.
All right. You head back to town with your bushel full of rosemary and get to the tavern.
Whoop. Don't spell it. Takes a drink.
All right. Edra is very happy to get the rosemary, and this would be able to clear up the fleas off of all of the caravan's horses. It'll take her a day to brew up the poultice to make the poultice to get the fleas to drive off.
Word.
Thanks.
All right. So it is coming up on evening. So it is about dinner time. Do you want to try and go hunt Filnick tonight, or are you going to wait for the morning?
Well, shouldn't he be back serving? Because they said he was there almost every single day. Nobody else had showed up.
So
We thought he would have been
There's a
back.
few of the farmers who have come in for dinner tonight.
well, we might be able to catch him first thing in the morning when they start their shifts.
If you ask around, he has not shown back up today.
Okay.
Colonel he is back here to work. He's looking a little worse for wear from his fight with the drunken farmer. So if you want to ask him some questions, you can.
Maybe might as well since he's here, unless we have a pretty strong, like, want to go get the other guy. I think that we can find him within, like, the time span before it gets to be, like, really dark.
Yeah, let's go talk to Connell.
Okay. The other people that were available for you to talk to was Sir Lauren.
Oh, he's back?
Don't forget, and there's Flonk, the very, very lousy bard. And there's another person that's been mentioned, but you've never met, which is the mayor, who actually is, excuse me, the innkeeper's father.
Interesting.
Okay, let's talk to Connell first.
All right.
Or sorry, what were you gonna say, Tatiana?
I still feel like it's Philnick because he was the one that fucked with the dessert bowls before they went out to the table.
Oh.
Yeah. I think he's...
So, I mean, we can do process of elimination.
Should we hunt him or should we stay here and get as much information as we can from the free people?
Yeah, I mean...
it's kind of, yeah. It comes down to if we will be able to do it in that amount of time, I think.
I mean...
Like, to be able to find him before it gets to be, like, 9, 10, 11 o'clock.
You have about 3 hours before sundown.
See, I'm still curious about how common the like the flora and stuff to make the poison, how common it is in that area specifically.
He said it's uncommon. It's not rare, but it's uncommon.
Yeah,
Oh
but-
my god! Thank you, Ninja! That's so fucking great of you. Ninja just gifted rewards to 5 others in the chat, so congratulations for people who take advantage of that right now. Thank you, Ninja. You're fucking awesome. We greatly appreciate you.
Huzzah!
Okay.
So what do you guys think? Should we question the 3 people or should we go after Philnick?
I mean,
From what you understand, that nobody knows where to even start.
yeah, so I think we should go with what we have right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm about it. I'm with that idea.
Alrighty.
So,
I mean, he'll have to start going back to work eventually, because or else he definitely will start being looking suspicious. So if anything, we could catch him at the next shift, the next day.
so Colonel is more than happy to talk to you about what's going on. He does confirm that he was serving drinks from the bar while Trin was serving food. Amora was busy in the kitchen cooking dinner, and Philnick was assisting in the kitchen. Also, he was out in the bar too. You know, kind of does whatever he's told. Most of Colonel's interactions with the night were with Delma, because she was pouring behind the bar. He remembers running into Elenon, who was the drunken farmer. And you did see when the fight started, he did see Philnick run out the door, but he's not surprised by that. And he'd actually gotten knocked out during the brawl, and only came to after Bort had died.
Interesting.
I don't really have any questions for him, to be honest.
Okay.
There's we saw anything weird. Sounds like he didn't. So
What about you guys, Nari and Tatiana?
So the lousy bard is back in the bar, playing badly. The loot that he owns is pretty banged up, not in good repair, and clearly out of tune. But the guy doesn't have any skills. The farmer that started the fight last night is also here too.
Yeah,
Apparently, in
Frankie.
addition to being a farmer, he's the town drunk.
Oh, great. Fucking
Someone's
eyebrow.
got to do it.
Alright.
And Sir Loris is
Yeehaw.
still here?
Say that again?
Sir Loris is still here?
So not presently.
He left?
He's just in his sleeping space.
If you ask around about him, he apparently sleeps in one of the abandoned homes on the north end of town. There's a lot of
doesn't have an estate or anything?
no. This guy is dirt poor broke.
And I don't know, like, what family he works for?
From the looks of it, he doesn't work for anybody.
He a hoe.
How was he a knight?
Because he's useless.
Who knighted
Useless
him?
knight.
From the looks of it, it's probably he was knighted, fought in some military action or other, and received an honorable discharge. He gets to keep his title, but that's it.
That's it.
From what you've heard, he is very conflict avoidant and kind of easily spooked.
I want to talk to him.
Okay? He's not here presently,
Hey, give it to me on Facebook and I can play it on there.
but you also, the night of the murder, he was also
Then I
quite
can play it on
drunk.
there.
In modern terms,
I just want
he's
to
got-
talk to him before we leave.
in modern terms, this guy's probably a vet suffering with PTSD.
Okay. I want to talk to him before we leave at some point.
Okay. Do you want to talk to the drunken farmer or the bard?
It's up to everybody else. I don't really have any questions. I kind of just want to talk to Philip. Although the bard has a little bit more interest to me.
Okay. Well, you guys can split up. You're just all in the same room. So Vivian goes to talk to the bard.
Exciting.
He's performing badly, as I mentioned.
How old does he look?
He's in his 20s.
Which I have a little wee side story. There was this barbecue place my grandpa used to take me that essentially had basically the same bard playing in the corner every single time we were there. Just this like late 20s, early 30s dude with a handlebar mustache and a cowboy hat singing bad country music. Hours. And my cousins would heckle him mercilessly. So that's all I'm envisioning is a dude kind of like a fancy looking cowboy hat and a handlebar mustache, singing poorly and strumming his guitar in a dark corner of the tavern where they choose to shove him.
Calling this guy a bard is kind of being charitable. He's maybe more of a aspiring musician.
Yeah.
That's a nice way to put it.
He's really got very little to offer.
Right?
Before the brawl, he was drinking and performing, and really not paying much attention. Obviously, this guy doesn't even know how to work a room.
Okay. How long have you been playing?
Oh, I came here a few years ago, and well, I don't have the money to leave.
Gotcha. How long have you been playing though? 3 years?
Oh, my grandfather taught me how to play.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah. You questioned whether his grandfather even knew how to play.
How long ago did he teach you how to play?
Since I was a child, I don't know.
You've been playing since you were a child?
Yeah,
Wow, well, I'm glad you're out here performing.
thank you. Is there anything I can play for you? Toss a coin in the hat? He looks
Yeah,
very...
I'll toss him a copper.
Okay. Probably enough to get him a really cheap meal or a single drink.
Yeah. Or I'll do 2 coppers.
Food for the night.
Toss a coin to your...
Or.
Yeah.
Toss a coin to that musician.
Yeah.
He definitely is playing music. At least we think it's music.
What do you remember from that night?
What was that?
What do you remember from that night?
He remembers the fight and trying to stay out of it because he's a very scrawny fellow.
Rather delicate.
Yeah, so, and very worried about getting his loot broken because, dear God, I don't have the money to replace that. And other than that, he just, when somebody called out that there was a problem, he just, got out of the way.
Gotcha.
I have been brought pie.
Yummy!
I have a berry pie and a slice of peach pie.
We miss you, Tulia.
Nice.
I got one addition with miniature that's also. We're done fighting mobs soon.
Okay. Who's making so much drink?
Miss you, Tulia.
Yes, we do. We miss you, Julia. I miss you.
Hi, you still look like a pirate. It's great.
Yeah. I know.
He's actually out in the backyard practicing sword fighting with the SCA.
Yes.
Nice.
We had some friends come over, and they put on their armor and whack each other with rattan sticks.
Yay.
Yes.
Good
She's
for
been-
Tulia.
Living her best life.
No, it's
So
really
where
good
were
for
we?
Tulia. Tulia, this is stuff.
Talking to the bard.
Mm-hmm. He really doesn't have much more to say. This guy he's not going to make it as a bard. He might barely make it, squeak a living by as a musician, but
I find it odd that he's been playing since he was a kid and he still can't play.
I think he's tone deaf.
I want to offer him a job, but I have no jobs to offer him right now. He's trying to get out. Hey kid, have you heard about the Adventurers Guild? He's not a kid, he's my age, but have you heard about the Adventurers Guild?
You would be afraid that it would be that shiny new badge that ends up getting killed on his first run.
Dang.
Alright, I need to take a break for a moment. I'll be right back.
Listen, I might actually put my wig on and go back because I've eaten now and feel less wafty. Thank you. So, BRB.
Take a little bit of a break. See you soon.
Yeah, I thought this was gonna be like not what we're listening to. I was all for it, and then I started playing it, and I was like, oh. I agreed to this. Oh.
What'd you agree to?
Just music taste. I sent her a playlist for the mindset I was in, and it's not the mindset that she wants to listen to. So,
Oh, what are you listening to?
my little playlist.
Oh, okay. Have you been in Louisiana? You guys are both in Louisiana, right?
Yeah.
Have you been there?
Good.
Help!
It's not that bad. It's just all cutesy stuff.
Help!
It's just,
You made me watch some leather shit on the TV with the music and the
I
dancing.
made you watch
and I'm just
burlesque.
saying,
I love burlesque so much.
oh my fucking god, I'm muting everyone now. I hate all of you. Bye. I'm out.
Wait, the one with Christina Aguilera, right?
Yes.
Bye.
Share.
Yes.
Bye.
That was like my favorite movie growing up.
Bye.
I loved it.
I love the soundtrack.
It's really good.
I sent you the other one.
That's the one with Cher, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. I think Molly's having a stroke.
Bye.
You really don't like that movie, do you?
No, it was a great movie, but we were sitting here like watching other movies, and all of a sudden it's like this like stupid ass fucking love story that's like super unrealistic, and it pisses me the fuck off because I can't be in love with anybody, and I'm just gonna be in love with the rest of my life.
Anybody understand that?
The bartender.
Yeah.
Christina Aguilera's romance was stupid, which I agree with, but the movie wasn't about the romance, it was about everything else that was going on.
I don't fucking care. That's how it ended.
Okay.
And I was pissed, and I yelled at it,
Okay,
and then I just sat there like this.
that's understandable.
But the movie we watched yesterday was pretty good. Apostle, it was pretty good.
What was it called?
Apostle,
That's a horror flick, isn't it?
Yep.
it's not as like scary. It's not like hella scary. It has like a few minor gory pieces, and it has a few parts
It's
where you're like, ooh.
the
But
way-
it was really good.
The way I like to explain it from the way it was, it's like The Wicker Man meets Silent Hill.
I've never seen either of those movies.
You need
I
to
was
watch
able-
Silent Hill. You need to
What?
watch Silent Hill. It's not as good as what the video games are, but the first one's good. Do not watch the second Silent Hill. It's not worth your time.
Okay. I don't watch horror movies because I'm too much of a baby.
I
Silent
don't do
Hill is
horror movies
creepy.
either.
Silent Hill is creepy as fuck, so just make sure that it's like the first thing that you watch during the day, and then watch My Little Pony afterwards, and you'll be fine.
Okay.
Yeah, we do not have similar music tastes. You might just have to go back to listening to your earbuds.
I thought when she first said that she didn't like her music taste, I thought you were showing her like musical theater stuff.
I have returned.
She's not big with
She
musical
tried.
theater. They have Les Mis on Netflix now. They have Les Mis
What?
on. They have Les Mis on Netflix now.
They do.
The Liam Neeson one.
I like him. I mean, I might try it. I don't know. But ultimately, it's not what I wanted to watch.
If you don't like musicals, you're not gonna like Les Mis.
No kidding. The whole
But
thing
I
is just
like
singing.
fucking Phantom of the Opera. And I like Grease. I didn't say I didn't like musicals. I just said that at that point in time, I didn't want to watch a fucking singing, dancing movie. And you fucking turned on Burlesque, which had to be singing, dancing, and fake-ass fucking love story. And I'm gonna punch them both in the fucking eye.
Well, I asked if you wanted to watch it.
In fact, I watched Hamilton yesterday, and it was also very much a lot
I
of
love
singing and stuff.
watching.
It was fun,
Oh my
though.
gosh, the Reynolds
I'm out.
pamphlet. Watching all the background dancing and stuff, and
It
then
was.
like it's
I'm like,
so
but
chaotic.
the skill is undeniable. I'm like,
Why?
I was like, maybe it wasn't my favorite movie ever, but I'm like, man, the skill is undeniable.
I just love how chaotic the Reynolds pamphlet was, because you had fucking you had the king coming down. You had ones flopping around in the paper. You got one humping the ground, the other like humping the wall. Like it's just.
Yo, sheer unfettered chaos.
I'm really happy that came out on Disney Plus. I wish Heathers would come out with a movie of the musical, not the movie of the movie, but the movie of the musical.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one that already exists. The other one.
Yeah, I mean, they did make another TV series, but I refused to watch it since they changed all of it.
I watched the
It-
trailer. It's terrible.
Yeah, I saw the trailer as well and was like, I think I will not waste all those hours of my life.
Yeah.
I could do something more productive, like watching paint dry or water boil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's basically my hot take. Also, I don't think I'm gonna put the wig back on because I'm feeling kind of achy and I'm like, I don't wanna. I don't know why. Me and Red,
Have you seen Gallivant, Luna? I think I asked you.
Oh, Gallivant is the best!
Mm-mm.
It's my favorite! Gallivant is my absolute favorite.
Can we get back to finding the murderer?
Yeah.
Ah,
This is mine.
there's a murder here, just in case y'all forgot.
We'll text you about it later.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I just want to show you
I'm
that
about
it's
it.
not, like, that's
One
just,
second.
like my background music that I play.
You were banging your head like there was the oons, and I thought it was gonna be house music, and it was
No.
fucking 21 Pilots and some fucking lesbian
No.
shit, And no.
I mean, yeah. No.
Pilot and like,
Actually, the song that you saw me banging my head to was a postmodern jukebox cover of My Heart Will Go On. So, if anyone knows who postmodern jukebox,
can you send me that?
Oh, I do. Okay, back
it's all
on track.
jazz. They make all jazzy covers.
I love you, Callie.
You're just a bag of pretzels from now on. Just Fireball.
First time I've been in a group of musical theater person and then one normal one's the odd one out.
Hey, you can get mad at me for liking Girl in Red. That's like lesbian
Back
icon.
on track.
Okay.
Back on track.
there's a murderer here.
Back to the murderer.
All right.
Yeah.
So Lauren has arrived at the bar, and he's ordered his first drink. You can tell that he doesn't have much interest in doing much else besides drinking.
How old is he?
Is he of legal age to drink?
Probably from the looks of it, he might be in his 30s, but he looks kind of hard worn, so it's not really easy to tell. Somebody want to sit down and talk to him?
I vote this fellow noble. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll sit down. Wait, I don't want to, because what if he recognizes me? He reports me.
I mean, it might help to your advantage. Dude does not seem like he follows lawful good.
Remember,
So
you've
I won't
also,
turn you
you've
in.
also been cloistered in a nunnery for a while.
Yeah, so
Yeah, no.
I'll go hang out with him. Be like,
All right.
hey, what you drinking?
Ale, are you buying?
How many drinks do you plan to have?
A drink or two.
Yeah, I'll buy you a drink if you agree to answer a few questions for me.
What kind of questions?
Remember that night where the bar fight broke out? The most
Last
recent
night?
one? Yeah, that one.
That's the one.
I remember. Bar fights happen around here all the time. The other. The rest of it is a little more hazy.
What do you mean?
I had a drink or two and eventually went to sleep it off.
So what part of that was hazy?
What was that?
What part of that was hazy?
The last half.
So,
He's
The
subtly saying that I was getting drunk last night.
yeah. So you've been drinking for a while and having about 1 or 2 beers per night, and then this particular night you've had 1 or 2 beers, and everything got a bit hazy.
Are you questioning my consumption?
I'm wondering if you've been drugged so that you weren't able to remember what happened, or help out.
Roll a perception check.
Ew.
23.
Clearly his 1 or 2 is not accurate.
Okay, never mind.
It's blissed on the rake.
Okay, so had a few drinks last night, got drunk and left. Okay, understandable. At what time did you leave? Do you remember? Not necessarily the number time, but around what events did you leave?
He was there until after Bort had died, so he was present.
Okay. And what do you remember seeing before you left?
Well, there's obviously the bar fight, but I never did figure out who was winning before the constable showed up and ended the entertainment.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I'm distracted.
My dog
Molly,
was running in circles with her tail, chasing her tail. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I was distracted.
Hold on. I keep losing my dice.
Yeah, stop dropping it on the floor, Linda.
Did you just Linda her?
Yes. Easy, Linda.
Oh, sorry. Can you grab my dice again? It was right there and then I needed it under the sofa. Anyways.
None of that.
Okay.
Okay.
Apparently,
What is happening back there?
he comments that during the bar brawl, he found it most expeditious to not be directly involved in the pugilistic endeavors. In other words, he ducked out of a fight.
Gotcha. So have you had many encounters with Fort before?
No. He will tell you that he had come in with a different caravan about 6 or 8 months previously, and the caravan left without him. They didn't discuss why. And he's been here frequenting the tavern since.
Okay.
At your father's court, you've seen men like him before. The 1,000-yard stare.
Yeah.
He's seen something that's quite rattled him.
Okay.
But
I wanna ask him more about what's happened in his past, but like I don't want to waste time on the investigation right now, so probably leave him be for now unless you think there's more to say or more for him to say about the investigation.
he doesn't really have anything to offer.
Okay.
He was thinking about maybe getting a ride with the caravan and heading out if he can trade services for passage.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm thinking in the future if he'd like want to tag along with us and be our tank because we don't have one.
Yeah, thwack. No.
But
Don't judge my goblin.
yeah, I think I'm just gonna leave him alone for now.
Okay.
Thank you for answering questions, and I'll slap a few coins on there so you can get another beer or 2, or 5.
5. 2 or
So you're
5.
enabling a drunk. Check.
Okay, I'm hands ready for the night.
He hasn't admitted he's drunk yet, so it doesn't count.
Alright, the only person that you've talked to that seems in the least bit relevant is, Farmer Elam, the one who started the bar fight.
Okay.
Well. Not done that. If nobody, so I assume we didn't have time for it, won't have time now, so not a whole lot to do.
Okay.
Let's go to bed.
Alright, gonna go to bed and pick up the investigation in the morning?
Yeah. I want to talk to Phil Nick.
Exactly.
He has not shown up. But it's only been one day.
Well, should we talk to the farmer and see if he knows where Phil Nick would go since he starts a lot of bar fights? He's probably been there a lot.
Have you hucked Finland towards his home in the past?
Are you gonna talk to the farmer?
Why not? Well, that
Yeah,
one
I
lady
think
said
it'd be
that.
really nice because I really don't want to start another bar fight. So
Yep.
Well, he's at least 3 tankards in.
I might go up and ask all cutely, because then I'm adorable and hopefully non-threatening, and I can use that one thing that I have.
Unreasonable request.
Yeah, exactly.
Or the cuteness overload
Harmlessly
thing.
cute. Yeah. harmlessly cute. With a shameless request.
I think after Aleshi, Tatiana would be our best bet because I think she's got the looks and the
If
confidence.
cuteness doesn't work, tits might do the trick.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'll ask with my shameless request, be like, you know where Fennec lives?
Fly eyes.
Alright. Let's see how, he looks at you. Gives this long-suffering sigh. Go away, little girl.
Go on, Tatiana, dazzle him with your wit.
Man.
With your charisma, wink wink.
Hang out.
Oh, but darling, don't you want to sit with us for one evening?
He can't look you in the eyes.
That's okay, just
I mean, nobody can.
yeah.
His will save was not strong. Okay, but you're buying.
I
I
could
don't have
buy a
enough
round
coin
or
to
two.
hire your services, so what do you want?
At least he's honest about it, not mean like that other guy.
Yeah.
Well, you know, we just want to sit down with you and ask a couple questions, get to know you a little better.
Tits up a little bit.
So,
I love it.
Like, they're not up enough! Look at that fucking shadow cast it.
They can go up further.
Not really.
Titties.
so he talks to your tits.
Go further.
Occasionally he looks at Nari's tits too.
Nice.
There's enough there to look at.
Yeah.
He's not a man of discerning taste. All the tits. He looks at all the tippers.
Oh.
Pretty much. He's getting drunk enough to, loosen up just a little bit. Guy's kind of a surly ass to start with. So if you don't start asking questions, he'll just start rambling on about his life and how everything sucks and turnip farming isn't what it used to be.
So as he's drinking, whenever he kind of like looks away from his glass, I very subtly stick my little hand in and cast Create Water, watering down his alcohol.
Gosh.
Let's see, how
Oh
many
man!
I mean, he's not gonna
Wow.
notice.
So he's drunk enough that it takes him like 6 drinks of his beer before he like,
Or it's mostly water.
Delma, are you just serving me water? Does Delma notice that you've been fucking with him? She wasn't paying attention.
Which probably don't care.
So now an argument starts between the owner of the establishment and the drunk, which ends quite quickly
I'm
when
gonna
she
take
says,
yeah.
you can sit down and shut up, or you can leave and get your booze someplace else.
Yeah, I figure my girl knows how to deal with this man. He's their old damn.
By the way, there is no place else to get booze.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
Right.
At least it makes his own
So-
shine.
He grumbles, sits back down. There we go. But Delma did check his tankard, give it a sniff, give it a taste, walks off with it, and delivers it. Another one gets delivered.
She's just like,
And
Largely water at this point.
and she's giving you the side eye.
oh.
I just giggle.
I'm gonna take Sephi and just pick her up and just put her on.
Like, don't sass me, old man. I'll water down your alcohol.
So, after he does get around to the bar fight and throwing punches at Connell, After that, he got a stern talking to, and actually got sent home by the sheriff. He got cut off.
Good.
So Thwack comes in from outside where he's doing God knows what goblins do. Pulls up a chair and sits down right between Vivian and Tatiana.
Ah, cute.
Hey, Crack.
And he waves his hand up in the air and goes, "Whiskey!"
Okay,
Bless.
Flack, we'll get you some whiskey.
He reaches into his pocket, rummages around, pulls out a couple of silvers, which is more than enough to buy a round for, a couple of rounds at the table.
Yay.
Does he know that?
You haven't asked him.
Black, do you know how much money that is?
I get a couple of daggers for that. An entire keg. Yeah. My clan would occasionally trade with some of the villages. They didn't like us much.
Low followers,
buying
wealthy.
whiskey for yourself?
Well, unless you're buying.
That's okay. I just want to make sure that that's what you wanted.
Steffi just kind of giggles and smiles at him like, oh, thanks.
I'm like getting prepared to spend all my healing spells healing him from being like alcohol poison.
So, the serving staff, they're used to dealing with a goblin. So, they don't have too much prejudice. But, they're not their favorite people. So, he gets a shot of whiskey. Slams it back. Mistress, take fire. Fire.
Oh, darling Flack, we can't do this in the middle of the bar. We're attempting to persuade these customers to do things that we desire. Wait until we get outside, and I promise I will do the fire.
Okay. So, have you moved your own table, or are you still sitting with the farmer?
I'm assuming we're sitting with the farmer. Did
I mean,
we
it
ask
depends
all
on
the
what state
questions?
the farmer's in. Because if he's like drooling and incoherent and he's so drunk, so he probably wouldn't.
He's after his argument with Delma, he's getting a little more drunk on the next one. You bought him a couple of drinks, he'll drink them pretty quick. You can tell that his goal here is to get drunk.
So what questions did we ask and what answers did we ascertain?
You ascertained that he started the fight. He got kicked out by the sheriff for starting the fight, and he really wasn't paying much attention to anything else.
And he started the fight with Connell. And
Yeah.
did we ask why?
You saw it. You saw Connell bump into him and make him spill his beer.
I honestly think we need to get to Filnick, and there's not really any answers anybody else can give us.
I think that is pretty.
Okay.
So we meander on.
Okay. All right. It is after sundown. You guys have the options to try and do some tracking in the dark, but it really decreases your odds. Or you can just hold up for the night and go start fresh in the morning. And also, you may want to have a conversation with Thwack.
About fire.
Black, where did you get your money?
I traded furs and hides to some of the human settlers.
Right. The 2 silvers you paid for your whiskey?
Oh, he just had those in his hand. He paid reasonable prices for a whiskey. He probably paid about 5 copper.
Specific money.
What was that?
Where did he get that specific money?
I don't remember. I make money when I can.
Okay.
Gotta keep enough on hand. I mean, it's not like I'm living with a clan anymore. I brought all my stuff with me when I came. Because, well, when Mistress decided to not go back and teach the War Chief fire magic, he was kind of in trouble because I'm the one that brought her to the cave. So, they were a little pissed with me.
Going back to the detriment.
Um,
Word up.
So what were you doing before you came to the tavern?
I was going to see if they get me some actual dinner. These people like to cook their food and they eat vegetables.
Yeah, they're weird, huh?
I got me a chicken.
How old was it?
What?
How long's that been dead?
Oh, I just ate it.
How long was it dead before you ate it?
2 to 3 minutes.
Ooh, that's too fresh for you.
Oh no, fresh is good. Fresh is good.
That is good.
Nice.
Fresh is good. You know, a couple of days, not bad.
Okay, gotcha.
It really just sounds like he's got a cast iron stomach and doesn't like his food cooked.
Okay. I'm gonna let Tatiana talk. I'm too awkward to
It's your time, my dear.
Do you have anything you want to ask, Flack?
Okay, so we retrieved all the rosemary and turned it in to the lady to take care of the horses and everything. So he was just kind of meandering about by himself, correct?
Flack? Yeah, he was. Apparently, he went to find himself something to eat instead of buying food at the tavern.
Okay. Well, Flack, you know, there's another goblin here that we've been trying to get in contact with, and I'm just curious if you noticed anything while you were out there of where he might be. Did you happen to run into him?
No, haven't seen him.
Do you know how we could find him?
Well, let's say if a goblin wanted to be alone, where do you think he might go?
Well, there's all of these empty houses in this town. That's one option. I did hear it over here that he sleeps in the barn occasionally. But if I wanted to actually be alone, I'd probably go be someplace off in the woods. But that's a huge space, so I don't know.
How well are you able to track other goblins?
I'm a pretty good tracker. Depends upon how good he is at hiding.
What do we need to help in the tracking?
Unfortunately, sunlight helps. To be able to see a little more clearly, see the signs. Unfortunately, it's not going to be easy because all sorts of people have been tromping all over, trying to identify individual footprints and so forth. It's going to be real hard. If we were just out, if we weren't in kind of a town, it'd be a lot easier.
Should we wait till morning?
Probably the best idea.
Yeah, let's do that then.
Rest until sunrise, but the moment that sun rises, we are on our feet.
We're on our way. Word.
Black, what do you remember from that night of the bar fight?
Yeehaw! I'm just kidding.
Well, there's what you guys remember Thwack doing is as soon as the bar fight started, he pretty much jumped right in front of Tatiana So, you know, if he had to defend her.
Then there he was.
So he was keeping an eye out, and if it had gotten too close, he might have pulled a weapon, which, you know, probably wouldn't have ended well. Other than that, he was enjoying the, you know, what he could of it. I mean, except for the little bit of meat that we got was okay, but all the vegetables, bread's good. I like the bread.
Bread is good.
And
Bread
then
is life.
And then the dwarf fell into his porridge. That's what I remember.
Anything else? After the fight?
Nope.
Alright.
So I've been recommending you guys ask about what his skill set is.
Sure.
You guys know what each other are good at. You might ask him, because that might help you.
What's your skill set?
Flack, darling, tell us what you feel like you're so good at.
Well, I was the best scout in the entire clan. My job to track game in the forest and see if, you know, keep an as a lookout, see if anybody was trying to sneak up on us. And well, I'm one of the better fighters in our group. I mean, goblins all like to fight, but I'm really good with this short stabby.
You are.
He pulls out this thing that's a cross between a Bowie knife and a short sword. It's like a really strange piece of sharpened metal. I'm good with a bow. And let's see. Let me pull up his character sheet. He is wearing armor. It's like a heavy leather hide armor that protected him against the wolf's acid bite. You've already seen that he's pretty nimble and good at getting the heck out of the way. And he is quite, he's stealthy and seems to know a lot about the forest, and also very aware of his surroundings. But probably his biggest set of skills would be fighting. Right, he puts you ladies on hold for a moment.
No worries. Yes, we'll most certainly have to use him in our hunt for the other person. Good to be you, Garmin.
I mean, I have hunting lore, but I don't know if that involves human. Or, like, you know.
If it involves
things.
creatures versus human. Yeah, I don't have a hunting lore. I mean, I've got a little bit of survival, so I don't really know how much that's going to help us. But ultimately, Flack said we need to wait until sunrise. So, I mean, I feel like at this point we kind of need to chill. I mean, so is everybody kind of feeling like Philnick is probably the one that did it?
I'm thinking because all the rest of the characters have been like, I think every one has like relevant information at least. I don't know if that means because he did it or what, but as we've interviewed literally everyone else, they have had not very relevant information.
Yeah, I think he's gonna have the best information if he's not the one who killed him. But I think he's the next logical best step.
No.
So, if we take a short review, we know that for the past approximately 5 years, Bort has been delivering regents to someone that goes by the letter H, and that he delivered approximately 14 packages to this person the day that he was killed. So part of me also wonders if what he delivered is what was used to kill him.
I would think so, because they don't seem to have any other like poisons in that town.
Well, that's why I'm saying maybe it came from Bort.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, like whoever Bort delivered to, and it does. The only person that really deals with Bort has been Delma, the owner. No one else has done direct business with him.
We know
But
Finn did business with him like a few years ago for a dress.
but that was it. So, but the fact that Philnick ran out of the bar as quick as he did kind of was like a little bit weird, and especially because we know that basically between Amora being the person who cooked it all, she wouldn't have put the poison in everybody's porridge.
Yeah.
We know that whoever put it in the bowls put the poison specifically in the bowl, the biggest bowl, because they knew it would go to Bort. And it wasn't Trin because all she does is deviate. It's either got to be Trin or Philnick. I mean,
Yeah, the one holdback I have with Finnick is that it seems too easy.
Well, I'm like, at least he'll have relevant information. I'm like, it might be that he tells us like, oh, but you know, Telma was lying to you all along. But like, we definitely need to go there because he definitely, I think, since we interviewed him, probably has some relevant information that will spur forward that plot.
I think if we ask, Philnick if Bort has any enemies, then he's gonna start saying like talking a lot of shit about everybody.
Yeah, at least it'll be the only way to progress, I feel.
well, I felt like the drunk farmer would give us a little more, but he's clearly just a fucking drunk. Like,
I also agreed. I was like, I bet he'll do something.
he's
But-
gonna spew with the mouth. I mean, he's a fucking alcoholic. He's gonna tell us stories, but he didn't. He's just like, nah, I'm just here to get fit kid.
basically, just here to party.
So I'm
Not to be
personally
useful.
having a difficult time, like, really figuring out who could be at fault other than Philnick.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, like I said, it's either him doing it or he's getting framed. But if he is getting framed, we can find out through Philnick who else it could be. And then I think we should like.
The only thing I know for sure is that Philnick will probably tell us something we want to hear, information-wise.
I
We
think
just
if we
gotta
get
find
him,
him.
I think he might be framed. We should get him and then the suspect or another suspect we think it might be, and like examine both of them again.
We shall see what he says. Bum, 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 bum.
Hi, Spudnut. Welcome in. Katsuko said, nice posters, Vivian.
Thanks.
I love it.
There's posters everywhere in this room. They're actually my boyfriend's, but I enjoy a lot of these bands as well.
Are you at his place right now?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
live together.
I mean,
They live
technically.
together. Since when? Why do I feel like I'm new to this? Yeah. Meh. No, we are still playing Pathfinder currently. We're on a minor break while our game master had to step away from the computer. Currently, right now, we're trying to determine either who was the murderer, who put the poison in the porridge of Bort, who was the leader of the caravan we were with, or who should we talk to next. We're trying to ultimately figure out who put the poison in the porridge that was specific for Bort because Bort had the biggest bowl out of everyone else. So whoever put the poison in there knew that it was for him. We know it couldn't have been the cook because if the cook did it, the cook would have put it in everyone's porridge.
No.
So we know it had to have been someone that saw the bowl. There was only 2 people that we know of that dealt with the bowl before it made it to Bort. However, during the fight, because dessert was basically served during the time of the bar fight, someone who wasn't directly involved in the bar fight could have done it. We do know that Delma, which is the bar owner, did deal directly with Bort in buying things. We do know that the poison that showed up here was not common, but it wasn't rare. It's just uncommon, which means it had to have come from a caravan, whether it was Bort or another caravan. It's not something that's regularly found in this city.
I have a question. Should we re-examine the ledger now knowing that Delma has bought Regents?
I mean, it wouldn't hurt.
So, for example, just re-examining the ledger to see if she is H, or if there's H and then Delma as well buying the Regents.
I mean, we definitely can, because either we'll see it or we won't, so it like won't take super long. So I don't see why not.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea to peep through and just kind of see who typically purchases what from this town, especially knowing that Delma does do direct business with Bort. We do know that that is a thing.
Yo.
Alright.
Alright, I am back.
Yay!
So, we decided that we're gonna relook at the ledger again and see, by process of elimination, if Delma is H.
Okay.
Basically, we just kind of want to look and see, like, has Delma regularly done purchases with Bort that specifically has her name?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll a perception check.
16.
21.
All right. No, H does not appear to be Delma because there are separate entries for Delma.
Okay.
When she's bought kegs of ale or a case of whiskey or whatever, it's clearly delineated to purchases for her.
Does Delma have any purchases for Regents in the potions she's been buying?
The potions that she's talked about, you do find a couple of entries where she's bought antitoxins or other potions, other supplies. They all look like things that would be appropriate for the running of an inn. Some of them overlap with the same dates as the purchases for H, but not all of them. It looks like every time Bort was here, H bought stuff, bought the reagents, but Delma didn't every time.
Did we ask anybody else from the caravan if they would know who H is?
Do so, you're going to letting it known that you have stolen the books out of his suite. They may or may not have noticed that they're missing already, because somebody's going to have to take over as head at least to complete this circuit.
Yeah.
And they're probably going to be looking for both the cash box and the books.
Yeah, I don't feel like it's something we should mention.
Yeah, I agree. Keep it to ourselves.
Yeah.
Let's talk to Silnick.
All right.
Which we have to wait until morning.
Time to pray to Calistria and say, hey, please help me strike vengeance on the people who murdered our client.
Let's see if Duchess is in the chat.
Yo.
She's actually recording her podcast right now.
Oh, okay.
Word.
Damn
She's
it,
downstairs.
Bobby! It
She's
works.
downstairs in the dungeon recording a podcast.
When I can be like, damn it, Bobby! It works.
Ah, incredible.
Alright. Callistra is paying attention.
Ah.
She doesn't really think this one's a very worthy request, but she's not pissed.
Okay.
No. Ignoring you, but not angry.
Alright, I'm okay with that. I'll earn her favor soon. I'm only level 1.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. So you're going to go searching for Filmic.
Sounds like a plan.
Where are you going to start?
I vote we ask Thwack, since he is a master scout. This is his whole ass job. What he thinks.
I can look for some footprints, but in town it's going to be a lot more difficult.
We should follow where we know he went and follow that path out towards the woods and then have Black look.
Okay?
Yeah. Sounds good to me.
Spartan is saying goodnight. So for those of you that have played Mini Nights of Cards Against Humanity and the other things, you all know that Spartan is somebody who tunes in for us regularly, and he is one of the peoples that deals with our chat. So if some weird shit pops in our chat, he handles that for us. So thanks for everything you do, Spartan, and we will see you next time, and I'm glad I could see you for a minor amount of time this evening. Hopefully we can pew-pew some motherfuckers in the face next time.
Yay!
Night,
Let's
Spartan.
shooty boom boom.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
Pew-pew! You know, shotgun to the face. Pew-pew. It's the goal.
Alright. If you ask, was it Edom?
Idra?
Idra, yeah. Ask Idra about which direction Filnick was seen going. She'll point to the north, which is not directly into the forest.
Okay.
Bort will look to see if he can find. Not Bort. Bort's the dead guy. He ain't doing much.
Bort's gonna stay right where he is. He's gonna do a great job being a corpse.
Wait, before we go, I'm gonna go and cast Alarm on the cellar area.
Okay.
And I'm gonna
It'll
go
probably
out-
go off in no time because the staff of the inn is going to be going down there for supplies.
Oh, gross. Okay, never mind then.
She goes up.
JK.
You don't like a little
All
dead
right,
body
I'll just
smell
wait
through you?
I'll tell Delmel, I'll just say, let me know if you see Filnick, or let me know if you see any other shady characters show
Right,
up.
it's very first thing in the morning. Sun's just barely up. Obviously, the cook is already at work putting together breakfast for the for you guys and for the people that work there, and you know the few people that are going to come in. The sheriff takes his breakfast at the inn every day, and she's sending breakfast off to her dad, the mayor.
Alright.
She will say, when you talk to her, she will mention that her dad doesn't get out much, and so if you'd be willing to spend some time with him, take him for a stroll, and he mostly is stuck in his chair, which she describes a wheelchair that's been made out of an old cart. If you'd be willing to that, I'd cut your room cost in half. She's not charging you a whole lot to start with, but she'll take a discount off of it if you're willing to spend some time, helping him get out and about. She's got to run a business, so she doesn't get to spend as much time with him as she'd like. But she does comment on that.
Yeah.
But if you're set on going after Philnick this morning. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Heading north, Thwack spends some time looking for goblin footprints. And don't find shit.
Oh,
Oh,
great.
sweet Black.
Good job, Black.
Do you want to just kind of start searching toward the north end of town?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. You spend, let's see, spend the entire morning looking through old defunct houses. You can even find one that apparently is where Sir Lauren has been squatting. He's curled up, sleeping off his drink from last night in a small nest that he's made for himself out of, an old bed frame and a mattress that's falling apart. He's got a small backpack. Doesn't look like he has much to his name at all. Do you wake him up or let him be?
I would just let him be, I would think.
Let him be, but can I make a perception roll to see if there's, if him and Philnick have been staying together?
Is there remnants of
You can
film
always
here?
make a check. You can always try.
No, like if there's anything else going on.
Right.
I got a 22.
Okay. There's no sign here that a goblin or anyone else has been in residence. It looks just like Sir Lauren's been here, and he's set himself up as best he can. You see a bucket with some water in it. He's gotten the roof over the part where he's sleeping reasonably solid so that it's not going to rain on him. You can tell that he's been, probably most of the time that he's been here in town, this is where he's been squatting. So it's about noon when you actually spot Philnick.
Oh, he's coming back into town?
You
Sounds like so.
hold on a second. It does look like he's headed towards the tavern from the north end of town.
Okay. I'm gonna wait till Tatiana gets back before Nicker next week.
Okay.
I can hear you.
Yay!
Philnick has been spotted.
We found him. Found the right bastard.
And he's spotted you and starts running away.
I'm
Bitch.
gonna hold on a second.
Tanglefoot.
Hold on.
I must say,
You
I
know,
might, unless Tatiana does it first, I might cast Tanglefoot to stop him.
She just
I
said-
literally said Tanglefoot
she
from the
did.
kitchen. I literally said Tanglefoot.
He is far more than 30 feet away.
Dang it.
Okay, I'm gonna chase after him. Am I faster or is he faster?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Am I faster than him?
Well, you can find out.
Mm.
I'm gonna sprint after him.
All right.
Okay. Quick question. Are there any animals that goblins are afraid of generally?
Not so much animals. Most of the monstrous creatures, depends upon how tough that goblin is. But goblins also they have a lot of bravado and very little fear. They really ought to be more fearful, but they're just brave little fuckers, for the most part.
when you're small, you've got to have balls this big.
Cojones.
Eggs.
So I have pest form and summon animal, and I'm not sure if either one of those would assist us in this situation. If I called forth an animal that could be faster than him, that could bite his ankle and make him fall to the ground, and us be able to capture him if he's too far for me to get my Tanglefoot, because neither one of those have a range.
Right. Pretty much the creature that you summon is going to be right at you.
And it's not going to be fast enough to capture him.
It depends upon what animal you're trying to summon. But
I don't know, like a fucking
obviously
horde of
taking the time,
bees?
taking the time to cast the spell means that he's still running away from you.
Okay. Fuck. Where's Thwack? Of course, right by my side, I'm sure.
Yep.
Fashion and you're scared.
Whoa, there he is!
Adorable.
Shit.
Your best bet is your common sense says your best bet is just to run after it.
Alright, let's go.
And Leslie the chase.
Am I faster than him? Whack, run after you two.
Tatiana's faster than anyone else.
Okay, Tatiana.
I'm gone.
Gonna go.
Elves happen to have a movement speed of 30. The rest of you all have a movement speed of 25.
Yeah.
But do I have more stamina than him?
You'll have to find out.
Whack. Can you help us out here?
Oh, if you ladies start running, he'll start running with you.
Okay, I'm just gonna chase after him.
Same.
Okay.
We're all
Chase
gone.
time.
So the first part that he runs through is the town market. Not a whole lot going on, but there are a few carts and so forth that are going to be an obstacle to your path as trying to catch up to him. You have the choice of either pushing your way through or using athletics or acrobatics to, dodge, roll to get around them.
Okay.
So each of you can pick one and make a roll for it.
Acrobatics for 21.
Okay.
I feel like I'm pulling a van away. The letter
Get a
A
9.
for 4.
Excellent.
Or 9, but before we get there, am I less than 30 feet from him?
No.
Yeah.
You're starting out at 90 plus feet from him.
Okay.
You can see him. You are not in spell range or anything like that.
Okay.
So yeah, I rolled a 21 for acrobatics for Tatiana.
Okay.
What the cashews, motherfucker?
Did somebody call for robotics? Because I felt like I was being summoned.
You
That was
were
a while
earlier
ago.
when you were non-existent.
Because I just felt like bringing in goddess love.
I'm glad
Alright,
you're
I rid of my goddess now that she's here.
Adventurous is here.
I ran into the car and I'm like, please, now is the time.
Face first into the cart.
I need help.
All right. What did you get, Cheeky?
I got a 2, so bad. Yeah.
That's what happens when you're a bush.
All right,
Push it
Nari.
hard.
I got 16.
It's better than nothing. Better than 2.
Okay. And Thwack will use Thwack and Tatiana are catching up. Nari is keeping pace, but unfortunately Sephi and Vivian are falling behind a little bit.
Was my goddess listening to me?
Oh,
Obviously not.
Shoot.
That's obviously I had to pray, sorry.
Obviously not.
It's something.
Excuse you. Hey,
Oh,
you
excellent.
should not be pulling fluff out out of that toy.
51. Nope. That is
There's
not
enough
eight.
fluff balls
Still
on the
not eight.
floor that we have to clean tomorrow.
Chasing a goblin does
Go out
not
anymore.
entertain your goddess.
Oh,
She's
I should be
bored.
doing better things. Okay, I give up.
All right.
Run into a card a little bit
Go
harder.
lie to
Still
something.
got a booby rub out of it.
Yay.
I'm big.
Run into the card a little bit harder. Maybe she might just get amused for that.
All right. Philnix headed down the road. This look at long straight sprint. You've got an option to catch up with him. You can do a fortitude saving throw to try and sprint hard to catch up to him. So roll your d20 and add your fortitude to it.
$12.
So far behind, it's just worth it.
Fortitude. Okay, 20.
Who was that? Nari?
Nari got a 20, Tatiana got a 12.
Who else got a 12?
I'm so far behind, I probably would
Yeah.
No,
if
it
everyone
matters.
else is.
It matters.
So it doesn't matter.
Roll that!
Ah! I got a nat 20. Oh!
Ow!
It matters.
Pressure!
She went from here to just like.
So what's your
No, I-
you got a nat 20. What's your fortitude?
Fortitude is +4. So
Okay.
24, basically.
Jeez.
28. You mean?
28.
Vivian's gonna go
Nat
back
20
to the
double the bonus.
28.
1 million coins.
So while this is going on, Vivian's gonna go back to the tavern and use those cat phones to scam people out of their money.
Hold on. What?
Vivian, well, people are chasing because her goddess wasn't interested and thought I was wasting my time. So Vivian's gonna go back to the tavern.
I think you just assumed that. Goddess never said anything one way or another.
Goddess doesn't think you're wasting your time. She's just, not. She's not interested, but you could continue the chase.
Okay, then I'm gonna keep going. Fortitude?
Yes.
13.
Okay. All right. So Nari and Thwack are definitely catching up with him. Just a little bit more, and you'll have him.
Yay!
He dodges down an alleyway. It is muddy through here. So give me a reflex save to not slip in the mud.
Based on
You
dex,
got this, boo. You got this.
Yep.
which case 19. So probably not dead in the mud.
Or you can, see. Well, what was the
19.
numbers? 19.
Yeah. So, probably not dead in the water.
No,
Yeah.
actually, you're doing good. Vivian.
Making it happen.
It's still reflex. Oh, I got 15.
Okay,
Or 25, not 15.
you got 25.
Yes.
You're right on his heels. Nari,
20.
Tatiana,
19. I specifically asked you to not pull any more stuffing out of that toy, and if I have to put it in the trash because you continuously do this, I'm gonna put it in the trash. Can you not? You pick another toy. You have a whole fucking basket full of fucking toys. Pick another toy.
I picked another toy, bitch. You've been told.
She's just staring
Hey.
at her like.
Nari and Thwack are right on his heels. He's like 10 feet away. You can almost get him.
Pick another toy.
Sephi's trailing behind,
She's getting
and
there.
Tatiana and Vivian are just a little behind that.
You're in front of us.
Oh, I'm coming.
Me and
I'm
Frank
a
are
coming.
like right there.
So next he dodges through a backyard that's got a very large dog on a stick. Not a stick.
On
a
a
chain.
stick.
Taking
I
to
was
the
just
ground.
like,
A
what?
dog on his dick.
On his teeth.
What?
On his dick.
On a stick.
Fucking wild.
On a stick.
Oh, on his dick.
All right, you can either. He had to slow down to cut through this yard, but he's trying to use the dog to dissuade you. You can either,
Ooh.
stealth past the dog as he's
Hey.
barking at where Philnick went,
Get another
or you can
one.
try and calm the dog down
Take another one.
using nature skill.
Any other fucking tools, too?
That's true. I'll try to use nature skill to calm the dog down since we're running through here. So Yeetus. And I got 10. So dog might remain on the knee.
I got a 22.
All right,
And I
You-
stuck past it.
22. All right, you managed to calm the dog down. Your 10 actually, made it a little harder.
Tragic. But we made it all the
This
same.
is the dog that barks at the branches that move in the wind.
I am
You are
the
his
branch.
demon.
It's a chihuahua.
You are the
I am
moving
his-
branch.
Yep.
Chihuahua. It's a chihuahua.
But Vivian manages to
Distracted.
calm him down. He is now quite caught up as well. Sephi has fallen behind. Tatiana, are you going to try and sneak past him?
Say, I rolled a 16 for stealth.
16 on stealth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
What? Oh, let me squeeze past you.
Oh.
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 Oh. Clearly, Tatiana's playing with fucking dog toys right now.
She's gonna use her charisma and like make the dog happy instead.
That's what
Right.
that's what happening IRL.
Alright, what are you doing, Tatiana? Are you actually trying to make Doggy happy? Roll me some numbers.
I don't know. What do you want?
You use your make it happy.
D20 plus your nature skill.
Do you have nature skills?
I quit.
You should have done charisma.
Dad, I mean, I don't know that would have made it any better. 9.
Doggy don't
Right.
like you.
Yeah, no, literally, I rolled the dice and my dog didn't bring the dog toy back. Like, this is in real life. No, that's not the one I was throwing. The one I was throwing is over
Yeah, I
there.
know. I'm getting this one.
Just ignored it.
Yep.
Well,
I'll roll it.
both Tatiana and Thwack have fallen back a little bit. Steffi's way in the end of the line, but
I am.
Nari has caught up to Philnick, and you are able to grab the back of his collar and give him a yank.
Yes.
All right. The rest of everybody catches up in short order while you're tussling with him on the ground.
Good job.
He is not strong. He is not dexterous. So you are quite easily able to subdue him. You end up sitting on his chest, like that cousin you hate that would end up pinning you to the ground and sitting on you.
Yes.
You are able to do this one.
Can I sit on him since I caught him? Since I caught him, you guys just kind of show up, and I'm just like,
Vivian's is right behind, and she's there to ready to assist and use her BDSM skills to tie up the goblin.
You.
Incredible.
All right. You now have captured a Philnick. What do you do?
Where are we going?
Ahem.
Yep.
Where the
Where you
frick
going in
come
such a
here,
hurry,
you?
buddy?
Yeah, where are you going?
can't live without the party.
I didn't do it.
Okay, we'll just talk. If you didn't talk to us, you don't
Didn't
have
do
to
what?
worry about it. Just relax. We're just here to talk.
No,
Anything wrong? You're nothing to
Bro-
hide.
he literally said, I didn't do it. Didn't do what?
He is very, very scared and like bordering on terrified. So, do you want to? Are you going to intimidate him or sweet talk him?
We need to sweet talk him.
Yeah, he's already scared. I don't want to scare him more. That's not going to work.
All right. So roll dice for diplomacy to sweet talk him.
Sweet talking to speak. I should have been cut up by now. I'm gonna get a 9 left. This doesn't really matter all that much.
15.
Couldn't hear what everybody else said.
18.
15.
Okay.
Vivian said 18.
I said 9, so.
Sephi got 9.
Earth scattering.
I got an 8.
So Vivian, you are able to sweet talk him, and convince him that you're not here to hurt him. He says, I didn't mean to do it.
Okay, well, just tell us what happened and what you remember from that night. We can't help you if we don't have any information.
So he cracks and starts spilling his guts about what's happened. He explains that shortly after Bort had arrived in town, Halorod, you remember the big brutish guy that was in there for dinner but left before everything happened?
Guy that wanted to sleep with me. But
Yeah, that one.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, that guy.
The town bully convinced the goblin to put special spices into Bort's porridge.
Oh man.
Can I tell if he's lying?
And if Filnick didn't do it, if he didn't put that into Bort's food, then Bort was going to find himself facing the sharp, pointy end of one of Halrod's many knives. The bully had told Filnick that the spices would only make Bort sick. A little payback for a bad deal made with the merchant last time he was in town.
Oh man, and what was the guy's name again?
Halrod.
Halrod? 8, perhaps?
Did he name himself?
Not wanting to face a severe beating, Filnick agreed and slipped the contents of the vial into Bort's porridge just before the fight broke out. Shortly thereafter, Filnick fled the bar, only to learn the next morning that Bort had died from his poisoned dessert. Terrified, Filnick had been hiding ever since. He knows that he's been involved, but he begs the characters for mercy, claiming he had no idea that it was going to kill him.
I believe small man. Small gremlin.
Can I roll to see if he's lying? I believe he's telling the truth, but I want to roll to see if he's lying.
Roll for perception.
13.
Not high enough to really get a sense one way or the other.
Okay. Well, I want to believe he's telling the truth. And Helleride seems like a shitty guy, so I think he's telling the truth.
Then he has that H name. That very highly suspicious H name.
Yeah, that's an H-man, and he was talking about a skivvy deal, and I don't think the goblin's smart enough to come up with really crafty lies. Okay. So I'm gonna confer with my friends for a minute. You just stay there. Okay, so I'm gonna turn around.
I'm assuming, Nari, you're keeping a handle on this guy?
Yeah. I also just went ahead and rolled for perception too, just to see what I would get, and I got 23.
I'm sorry, I can't hear what number it was.
23. 2-3.
You're fairly sure this guy hasn't got enough brains to tell a bigger lie.
Sweet. I say I know a liar.
Solid.
I know a liar.
Alright.
I see one.
So
Thwack does have his weapon out, pointed at the guy, and
Oh,
which
good.
is he's moving away from Thwack closer to you guys. So it doesn't look like he's going to try to run.
Alright. So I think that we should let him go. Not right now, but we should eventually let him go and go get Hellrod. I do think Hellrod's smart enough to evade us further.
I mean,
But
someone
I-
might still know where he's gone.
Yeah, I don't think Philnick did it, and I think he was highly taken advantage of, and that's not fair to him.
I mean, let's say technically he did it, but he was more of an accessory than anything else.
Does this have any
Yeah,
like,
next.
religious benefit for me? Because I feel like this. Because I feel like my goddess deals with this stuff.
Probably you have a sense that there's definitely some vengeance here. Vengeance for Bort's death.
Yeah.
Vengeance for using this guy, setting him up as the patsy.
Mhm.
So
Like I don't like that. I don't like shitting on the little guys.
right. Your goddess doesn't overly care about the little guy, but you deciding to seek vengeance for them,
Mm.
especially
It's
for the
still
murdered
vengeance.
guy. You do know that the law of the land is going to say Philnick is somewhat guilty.
Yeah.
So
I'm probably.
and you are not the law to decide.
Yeah, so after I talk with Tatiana and Nari and come to a conclusion, I'm probably going to warn him and tell him he needs to get out of town if he wants to survive and maybe join one of the goblin clans and figure something else out because he can't stay here. He's going to be found guilty. Once other people.
What if you mention the Goblin clans? Thwack will say, "No clan's going to have him. You got to be born into a clan." And
What about the caravan? Do you think the caravan will take him as like a gopher?
probably not if he was involved in murdering murdering Bort.
Yeah, no, we should take him in.
Yeah, you're probably
He's
your
not-
best bet is going to be turning him in, and hoping that the sheriff or the magistrate, when he comes around, is going to be lenient on him because he was used.
Yeah, I think the fact that we have another suspect already, I think he will be.
Okay.
Like, if this was the only one, maybe not.
Agreeing to take him in is because he probably wouldn't survive in any other situation.
Yeah. Would it help him with the fact that we can kind of vouch for him too, though? That he's not just lying to get out of things. That he was in fact
Again, I think if we offer them another suspect, after anything like normal police officers, they'll be more inclined to have show mercy. I think he probably isn't the main guy.
Yeah.
You can't put him down as the mastermind if there's another mastermind.
Yeah, I'll vouch for him, but before we take him in, we need to find the other guy, or they're gonna take him in and kind of close the case.
Yeah, we gotta take them both ultimately.
Well, remember what the sheriff said. He doesn't decide anything.
Correct.
So probably if you take him in, you've got a month before the magistrate's going to be here before anything gets decided.
Okay, yeah, good point. Alright.
And if Philnick runs, he's guilty.
Okay.
You know how that works.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna turn back to Philnick. Alright, here's what's gonna happen. We're gonna take you in for your protection. Because if you don't go in and people start putting two and two together, you're gonna be the one they find guilty. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take you in and they're gonna hold you, they're gonna feed you, you're gonna be taken care of for less than a month while we go out and find Hellrod, prove him guilty, and we're gonna vouch for you and do the best that we can to help you.
You could see he's fearful, but
Well, no, I think Stephanie might press the digitation up a little, almost like fake soft flame ball. They just kind of hand it to him and then pat him on the head, like, it's gonna be okay, my guy. Don't trust us. It's gonna be alright.
you just gave him fire.
Not real
And-
fire, not hot, just like fake pussy.
Right.
Fire.
Just
Go.
a itty bitty little illusion. He doesn't quite know what to make of it, but he realizes he knows he's not smart enough to figure a better way out. The fact that you didn't stab him or shoot him or anything like that, you just tackled him. Like, he's willing to take his chances going with you. So, take him to turn him into the sheriff. Let's see. The sheriff's name was Rolf. So, would you bring him to him and explain to Rolf what's going on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much. We have another suspect. Why are you shaking your head?
Because we can keep him at our side as just like we do with Flack and be like, hey, look, like, you help us find homie, we got your back. But, like, you gotta help us find this guy that you're saying is the one that told you to do these things. Like, we need to find him, but we need your help to do it. I'm not gonna turn you in just yet, but, like, put him in some fucking shackles, and you're gonna help us.
You own shackles?
Probably not. But I'm just trying to... I got rope. I'll
It's a
fucking tie this
metaphor.
bitch up. Yo, I know Shibari.
No.
I mean, that's Molly. I don't know if that's Yana knows Shibari, but she's got rope.
We
I
do
think.
have track for our tracking skills.
Okay, would he even know where the dude is?
If he's in jail, we
If
can
you
still
ask him, he
go-
tells you exactly where this guy's house is.
Oh. Well, never mind. I changed my mind. We totally keep him around then.
So the sooner you help us find him,
Honestly,
the
he's
sooner-
not going to be particularly helpful. He's a kitchen staff. He doesn't have any skills fighting. He's weak. He's stupid.
Okay, but he was willing enough to tell us exactly where we could find the man who told him to do the things.
What?
I think we should ask him, because once we take him to jail, we'll still be able to continue questioning him by going back in.
Well, and if he's betraying Hellrod, and if he's whatever, it might be safer to have him in jail and explain to the sheriff what's going on. 'Cause it's not like he's going. It's not like it's like a French prison. And it's not like he's going to be like immediately executed.
He'll be protected because...
Yeah, if we're protected by more than us, then
I
we
will
can
be
focus
well
on
enough.
other things.
And I will get my full revenge on, and I will kill some people.
We just
So.
need the information we need, and how do we obtain it?
I mean, we have it now. We know where Hellrod lives.
So,
We know where to
he
go.
lives in,
and not-
Halrod lives in a house that's been referred to as Dead Willow. Largely because there's a dead willow tree in the front yard. When you talk to the sheriff, he's going to lock Thwack up. Not Thwack. He's going to lock Felnick up.
Not black.
Nobody knows that Thwack's been killing chickens yet.
Ah, he is yet to be caught.
Right.
The second murder in this town, or the third murder.
Ah, chicken.
So he's planning to lock Felnick up for until the magistrate comes through, but it'll go a lot easier on Felnick if the real suspect, the guy who instigated this, apparently, is also there to be turned in.
The mastermind, if you will.
Yep.
Yeah, so I'm gonna talk to the guard and be like, hey, take care of him. He was highly taken advantage of.
There is no guard. There's
Or
only
the
there's
sheriff.
only the sheriff.
I'm talking to the sheriff.
Okay.
Like,
Be nice to my friend.
be nice. He was highly taken advantage of. He wasn't smart enough to carry this plan out on his own. He was very scared. So just, do the best to just not make his life hell here. And we're gonna go out and get Hellrod, who was the mastermind behind this,
Yep.
and go from there. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right. He agrees to keep him, depending upon if he can be sure that that Philnick's not going to run off. You might even let him work to earn his keep.
And probably not. The dude's like, real. Just do what he's
They don't have a proper jail. He's got like a small room in his basement.
Okay.
Because like I said, this town is podunk.
Yeah. In that case, yeah, let him work. You know, make sure he's not going to run off, obviously, but let him work. And then after all of this, maybe, you know, he could stick around if that works well for both of you.
All right. It's almost 10 o'clock. I think this is a good place to call it for tonight. You guys have identified how the poison got into Bort's dinner and who's responsible. And you even know where to find the guy.
We're doing pretty alright.
All right. So next time we will plan for you to go and hunt down Halrod.
Maybe like Stephanie could just get lost in the forest on accident and wander her way out next session after.
Yep.
Accident lost in the forest looking for a rod shack. Word up.
Alright. Did we get any experience?
Yes, we did get it. Molly, did you hear that? Okay. All right. Let me total up the experience. I actually remembered to write it down as we went this time.
Hey, nice.
$240 more experience points.
Nice.
So close.
That was fun.
Wow. Cool. Cute.
So how much? What's your total so far?
940. Yeah.
So probably the next session we'll bump up over the top, and you'll go up to second level.
No.
Well, and then we'll have to go over how to level all your characters up.
Yay.
You'll all get more hit points. You'll have be able to increase your skills in some ways. Become more badass.
Yeah.
For those of you who are slinging spells, you'll very likely get access to more spells per day, that kind of thing.
Excellent.
All right.
Yay. I'm about it.
All right. Over to you, Molly.
Yup. Oh, you now, girlfriend. Yay. Yay.
Night, kid. Thank you guys for tuning in this evening. My brain is going kaput because someone decided to get up at 7:30 this morning thinking that they had to be at work at 9 a.m. when they didn't.
Yeah.
And they drove to work and sat at work for 30 minutes before they realized no one else showed up and they were 24 hours early. It's fine, everything's fine. So the brain is
The brain is sad.
it's a SpongeBob SquarePants brain currently. That's okay. So you guys know we will be here 7 p.m. Central Standard Time every Tuesday evening. Unfortunately, Sephi may not be joining us this next Tuesday, but that's okay. Sephi is gonna meander in the forest.
She'll be on an airplane flying away.
Yeah, Sephi's gonna
Like
just
a leaf on the wind.
Exactly, like a
just-
leaf on the wind. I'll be flying, baby.
crawl up in a tree and just disappear. Sephi may not be joining us. Hopefully, Tulia will be back. We miss our pirate lady.
Our one fighting class person.
Maybe next week, Stephanie can go on a journey to find Tulia.
So to let you know, based on your discussion of skills, Thwack is a first level ranger.
Oh, nice.
Ah.
Does he get an animal companion?
No, not yet. He needs to do some adventuring to get his animal companion.
Probably get one of those rat dog things.
Ooh. Yep. Got
So-
dog.
Yeah, lots of things are going to keep happening, guys, and we hope that you continue to tune in. tickets to our Pathfinder campaign every Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, to find out what's going to happen next and how these characters are going to act in the future. Lots of cool things. We'll see you next Tuesday, potentially once between now and then for some, fallout or something weird. Probably not, because I work too much. But you never know, I may or may not be there. So guess what? If you hit that follow button, you will get notified of when I go live. If you hit the sub tier 1, you will get a fan sign. If you hit sub tier 2, you'll get a fan sign and some other shit. If you hit sub tier 3, you're gonna get a fan sign and some lifetime Snapchat access or something. I don't know. Just DM me if you hit that sub button. Alright, so we're gonna see you guys Tuesday. Thanks for tuning in and bye.